Blah, blah, blah. Ahoy, hoy.
Ahoy, hoy. He's Straw.
He's Parker.
And together we are the Why were we being spooky?
Because today we're having our second game of...
Second game of Mansions of Madness.
Blah, blah, blah.
And we're going to get dicked, probably.
Hey, I survived last time.
You did. And I went down defending you.
No, you just went down. Blah, 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 blah.
Yes.
Yes.
Your vagina.
Oh, wow.
You can go back and watch the previous Mansions of Madness video to find out what happened.
Yes, we're not telling you.
Long story short, it was scary. It was our first game and we kind of just made it.
Literally just, and it's our first time for me of using a appy and all of that crappy.
Right.
It was okay. We'll see how it goes. But yes, we've done the first mission, so we're now prepping for the second mission.
Mission 2.
But before we go into the Mansion of Madness, here's a word from our sponsors.
Which is us.
Oh yeah. Better edit this bit then, haven't we?
Yeah.
Here we are then.
We're in.
We're in.
Innsmouth.
Innsmouth.
Somewhere. It read out the thing, so we're going to have to read it out. The letter arrived last week. Its return address was smudged, and the letter itself was scarcely legible. Between half hints and mad scribbles, you were able to discern 6 names and allusions to some horrible plot unfolding in the mysterious town of Innsmouth. Who were these people, and what were they planning? Whoever wrote the letter feared for his life and believed that whatever was happening in Innsmouth threatened the longevity of the human race. The author of the letter was clearly delusional, but there was something about the writing that rang true, something that bore closer examination. You book a room at the Gilman House, a modest inn located near the town centre. Its proprietor, Othera Gilman, was one of the people mentioned in the letter. The others, Zadok Allen, Victor Blake, Sylvia Marsh, Joyce Little and Bobby Foster, were somewhere in Innsmouth doing God knows what. You prepare to leave your hotel room, intent on finding out.
Oh. Sorry, Gov, screw this, I'm going home. I'm just a poor old urchin, me. So, continue.
Message has been slipped under your hotel door. You unsealed the envelope to find another scribbled letter. The first page is simply a list of the 6 suspects' names. Among the smears and blots of the second page, you make out the true reason the writer has pleaded that you come to Innsmouth. The writer believes a ritual will take place in 4 days' time, and that 2 of the enclosed suspects are the cultists behind it.
Ooh, well, call the police.
You read further. The letter begs you to uncover the identities of these 2 cultists and find the location of the ritual. Armed with this knowledge, you might be able to prevent the ritual itself. You will need to pay close attention to the words and behaviour of each of the possible suspects for any signs of guilt. With so little time left, each interaction with a potential cultist has become all the more important.
Ooh.
Creak! You head down to the lobby to begin your investigation, mindful of Miss Gilman's cheerful insistence that you come to her if you needed anything. Surely she had not have your investigation in mind, but she might be a useful resource. She is also one of the suspects on your list. Place the lobby tile at a wall as indicated. Let's all go to the lobby, let's all go to the lobby, let's all go to the lobby and go through the door that's indicated. So there is a wall.
There's no doorway there.
No doorway.
Dun, dun, dun.
Continue.
Continue.
The lobby is tidy but sparse. You see no sign of the innkeeper. Place your investigator figures as indicated.
Ooh.
A stack of newspapers is laid neatly on the table.
Place a search token as indicated. The town of Innsmouth is just the other side of the hotel's front door. The window panes on the door are too dingy to see through. Place an explore token as indicated. Doors are fixed with small plaques lead to other rooms in the hotel. Place explore tokens as indicated. 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. Oh dear.
Keep the list of suspects close at hand. The incriminating evidence allows investigators to review the gathered information by interacting with it in the app. We've got a little backpack where the stuff is. As the investigation progresses and you gather more information, the incriminating evidence will continue to record your findings.
Ooh, now that's handy.
It is handy, Harold.
Investigator phase!
Now then, my dear, you think there's monsters and such afoot?
I've seen them with my own eyes, I have, Governor. I've seen them. Oh, gribbly and horrible.
Perhaps we should explore the hotel first of all and see what we can find.
Sounds like a plan. What's on the table?
Shall I go and have a look?
You do that.
One action to move 2 spaces. 1. And a search action. I'll search the stack of newspapers. The local newspaper, the Innsmouth Tribune, does not seem to have many articles. You scan the headlines. Local detective stops shoplifter. Missing child found on beach. High tide leaves fishers in awe. Gain 1 clue, then discard this search token.
Dun, dun, dun. That's 2 actions, isn't it? Where are we going to go search first then, mister?
Well, shall we start in the back of the hotel and then work our way around?
Well, if you think that's a good idea.
Oh, that gets discarded, doesn't it?
Yeah. So, 1 action to move to there, and then 1 action to open that door, I guess. Plaque on the wall reads, has 101 engraved in a flowing script. There is a similar plaque on your door marked 102. Explore. The door is locked, but you notice the edge of a slip of paper has been tucked into the crack beneath the door. If you're careful, you might be able to get it out.
Agility, which I believe is your bag, isn't it?
I believe it is my bag, sir. 5 of them. So we need... Which ones do we need?
Stars.
Stars, the elder sign. 1, 2.
You can change it into 3 by spending a clue if you want to. It's up to you.
Oh, I can spend that to make it a 3rd. See, we don't know how many we're going to need, so I think we're going to have to risk it for a biscuit. So turn that to that one, so that gives us 3.
Yes, it do.
2, 3. You successfully pull out the paper from under the door and begin to read. It is a notice addressed to a Mr. Robert Foster. A shop owner in town seems to have received an order he placed with them, and they are informing him of their intention to deliver the purchase in question here. You replace the notice, gain 1 clue, and then discard this explore token.
And Bobby Foster was one of the dudes, I believe, was it not?
He was indeed, wasn't he?
He was receiving a thing. And that is the investigator phase investigated.
Yep, so it's that one, is it? End investigation phase?
Yep, I believe so.
Yes, we shall end the Mythos phase.
2 stars spawn turn up and we both die.
Hey! You have a moment's respite to consider the significance of your discoveries thus far. This Mythos event affects the investigator who has the most clues.
Hello.
Hello, that is you.
You struggle to comprehend the breadth of your accumulated clues. A law check needing 1. If you pass, you're convinced you're on the right track. If you fail, you realise it is impossible for all these things to be true. You must have made a mistake. Discard 1 clue. I've got a law of 2. Oh dear.
Oh, come on.
That's a star, so that's 1 success. I passed, so I don't have to worry about it. I'm all good. under the old man's hood.
So continue.
Continue.
Back to us.
Oh, and that gets discarded. Well, my dear, perhaps you would search the other door?
So I don't need to move, so that's
Right.
handy. So, burnished plaque on the door reads billiards room. Oh, I like playing with balls, me.
There's a billiards room. Looks rarely used. Everything appears to be in near new condition. Discard this explore token and place the billiards room tile as indicated.
Ooh, heck.
Billiards room.
Balls.
That way up.
Okay.
Ooh.
A young man leans over the green, lining up for a shot. Place a person as indicated. This is Bobby Foster, one of your suspects.
Bobby Foster.
Stab him in the face! Does he look like a deep one?
I don't know. Is that him? I mean, all people look strange to me, darling.
That's because you're rich, ain't ya?
Indeed.
Okay. Counter stands before a shelf of empty bottles. Place a search token as indicated. You may move one space into the explored area.
You've still got an action left.
I have, haven't I? Because I explored and then it's let me do so much more search. Yeah, you do all the talking. I'm just here to feed things.
A counter sits in front of a shelf full of decorative bottles.
Search. Some of the dust here has been disturbed. Ooh. So it's a what icon?
Observation, which is your eyeball.
Oh, it's my other good thing. Observation. 1, 2. Again, we're going to spend that to turn that into 3. Follow the trail of the marks in the dust to a small patch of worn wood on the underside of the counter. You find the wood here presses inward, revealing it to be a false panel. Gain the whiskey common item and then discard this search card. Nice.
Now, the problem is...
You can't quite get there, can you?
Indeed not. Perhaps I'll check one of these doors and then I will pop in to see him in a brief moment. So I will have a look in this one.
That one?
Through the door you hear a muffled argument. Listen, knock or open the door. Listen. Gotta be, right? Don't want to know we're listening. Press your ear to the door and make out snatches of the argument. Be thinking, an unfamiliar feminine voice says. They will not. Promise. Safe here, comes the muffled voice of Miss Gilman. And then their voices fall and you're unable to make out any more of the argument. Gain one clue.
Ooh.
Then knock on the door or open the door. Well, it's only polite to knock, surely. You knock politely at the door, the voices on the other side argue vehemently for a moment longer, then the door opens in front of you. The office before you is cluttered with photographs and paperwork. Place the office tile as indicated and discard all explore tokens leading to it. Office.
Boom, 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 boom.
Behind a large desk, place a person as indicated. This is Gilman, one of the suspects and owner of the hotel. There a Gilman.
Okie dokie.
Aside from Gilman, there's another woman looking upset. Place a person as indicated. This is Sylvia Marsh, another of the suspects.
Not a marsh!
Yeah.
Oh dear.
That's probably not great. One of the shelves is dominated by painting supplies. Place a search token as indicated. A door with a small curtained window is set into the front of the room. Place an explore token as indicated. Sylvia Marsh looks you over with wide, unblinking eyes. Miss Gilman coughs awkwardly. Perhaps we could continue this later, Miss Marsh. My guest seems to need me. Miss Marsh snorts. We are not through yet. I will be in the lounge when you are finished, Gilman. She sweeps from the room, forcing you to step out of her way. Then she disappears into a door opposite from you. Remove Sylvia Marsh from the board.
So that's the lounge.
Hi. I'm going to move one space into the explored area. Well, I think I should have a little chitty chat with her.
Yeah, not just knock on the door and fuck off.
Indeed. Can you click on her? Gilman looks perfectly calm. Pardon me, I did not realise I had an appointment with Miss Marsh today. How can I help you? Shall I just go straight in there? What were you fighting about? Tell me about yourself. Ask about the locals.
Going feet first, come on.
Yeah, go on then. You, of course. Not all the buildings in our town are safe, and visitors do not always take the sea seriously. She is worried you might get hurt among the construction, or rent a boat without a permit. It's happened before, although not often. You seem like a responsible sort, so do not prove me wrong to Miss Marsh, all right? Is that... Well, that was an action, wasn't it?
Just wait a look, yeah, because you explored.
Can you click on her again, just to double check something? Yeah, there would have been actions, because it's got the little action symbol, so I can't ask her until next turn.
Is that it?
I think so. I went in, I spoke to her. Yeah, that's it. Your face melts.
There was a thunder of wings and dozens of birds take suddenly to the air. No immediate effect. Well, where'd they bloody come from then? The clock strikes noon. No immediate effect. That's all good so far. Do you want me to chat to him while I'm here?
Might as well.
So, one action to mooch around the table, looking all sweet. And then chat with him. The young man takes a shot, a gentle clack of billiards echoing through the room. So I can introduce myself or counsel, so I can introduce myself. Hello! He nods at your introduction, then takes another shot. His target bounces off the rails of the table. The young man sighs, then straightens. I'm Bobby Foster. Nice to meet you. Kind of relief, really, seeing a fellow traveller. So, we can... a relief? Would you like a relief? What brings you to Innsmouth, or give him a billiards tip? What up is... Let's ask him. Well, that's because we don't know. We're not supposed to know him. Let's see. Me? Oh, the place has rich history. Absolutely fascinating. Did you know that Innsmouth is a city for unexplained disappearances? All under wonderful, mysterious circumstances. Catching your expression, he laughs. I suppose I should explain myself. I'm a writer. Well, at least I will be. Soon, hopefully. Came to Innsmouth to get my inspiration. It has been very atmospheric. Say, you see anything strange? I would love to hear about it.
And your options are, tell me about the atmosphere, or what do you write? Question mark.
Let's butter him up a bit more. Let's ask him what he writes. Well, I do enjoy writing a good horror story. I find the best stories are those that have a grounding in the real world. The locals feel like enough inspiration for a horror novel. Well, Gilman's fairly friendly, but there is a rather uptight detective. Have you met Sylvia Marsh? Quite the experience, I assure you. Can you tell me more about the locals or council? Tell me more. Oh, tell me more, tell me more. The young man shrugs his shoulders. Well, the locals here, they can be a bit... He pauses, picking his words carefully. Odd. Miss Marsh is the worst. Gives me the willies. Giggity. She sort of runs, he pauses, everything, I guess. And then there's the detective. Shows up everywhere, threatening to take me in for trespassing. Gilman is all right, though. Honestly, I do not think any of them are happy with me writing here.
Marsh family detective or Gilman?
This detective's getting mentioned, not we haven't got a name for him yet. So.
No.
His name is Blake. Must have had a hard time of it being a detective in a town like this. I tried to interview him once, but he threw me right out of his office, always skulking around the town. Sometimes I think he's following me, just waiting for me to do something wrong. Gain one clue. Cheers very much.
What was that? That was a one action, right?
Back to move.
Oh, you had to move. It's up to him.
Yeah, so I'm done.
But I will speak to Gilman again.
Do you want to talk about something else? Tell me about yourself or ask about the locals.
Ask about the locals. Oh, you're looking for someone in particular? Likely as not, I can point you in the right direction.
Ooh.
Give you a list of names. Or ask about suspects you have met. Now, who have we met so far? We've met him and we've met Sylvia Wilson.
I think if you give her the list, it's going to be a case of she's going to go, oh, I don't know much about these people, and all of a sudden she's going to warn someone.
So, suspects you've met.
Yeah.
Sylvia can be quite the imposing woman. You're actually quite lucky to have run into her. She hardly ever gets away from her family's work. She's my next door neighbour, but I do need to make appointments to talk to her. Bobby Foster. Well, he's another guest at the moment. Nice boy, a writer, but a bit overzealous. The detective caught him trying to break into a basement last week, if you can believe that. I do not think it will ever live it down. He's been no trouble around here, though. Spends most of his time at the docks or poking in shops doon toon.
Doon toon.
Well, I've got a second action. Do I want to move or do I want to ask her that last question? Click on it to see if I can ask her another question, actually. Oh dear, my apologies. I really need to get some paperwork before I speak with Miss Marsh again. Enjoy Innsmouth. So she's not talking to me, that's fine. But I've still got an action. Shall I come back into the hall or shall I kind of keep exploring the way I'm going?
Either and or doesn't really make much of a difference.
That's a door to the outside. Not really bothered about painting supplies. Should we try this?
Lange.
So I'll move into here and then next turn I'll be able to have a poke at that.
Okay. End phase.
Fucking hell, here we go.
Mythos phase.
Preston Fairmont squints against even the weakest light and the pain in his head throbs in time with his heartbeat. Strength check 1. If he passes, the headache is just a distraction to work through. If he fails, he clutches his head and vomits violently onto the ground. Bleh. Preston Fairmont suffers 1 face-down damage and drops 2 random items. Fuck me.
He's on a bad day. Try not to fail that roll then, mate.
Yeah, 4 dice should be okay, he says. Needing elder signs. That's 1 clue, which I will. Once per round, I can reroll a die, so I will. No, I'll spend a clue to switch that bloop, to a thing. So I'm okay.
That's okay. Back to the investigate phase.
I'll look at this door then, I guess.
I reckon you should.
A freshly shined plaque on the door reads Guest Lounge.
Found him?
Yarp. Oh, it's a big one.
Oh, it's a big un.
The lounge looks comfortable and well kept. Discard the explore token and place the lounge tile as indicated. Lounge.
I wonder if she's still in here. Stab her in the face.
Your face, not my face. Stab her in the face. Is that one that way? That is that way.
Okay.
Yep.
There she be.
From the far end of the room.
Sylvia Marsh stares out of the window, adjusting an exotic-looking bracelet. Place Sylvia Marsh as indicated. A pair of old women chat over tea on the couch. Place a person as indicated.
Person. I don't know. Get the right thing.
They look like that. Wasn't it on there? It's that sort of thing, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
So they're having a chat. A drawer on one side, on one of the side tables has not been closed properly. Place a search token there. A family portrait hangs above the desk. Place a search token there. You may move one space into the explored area.
Well, I suppose I should look at this thing, because otherwise I'm moving and then I'm waiting again. So.
Must be. Oh, there it is. Check that.
Yeah. Gilman family portrait hangs on the wall. Searchy, search, search. Something intrigues you about this picture.
Intriguing. They all look like fishmen.
Fishmen.
How do you like them? How do you like them?
Ah, okay, that's good. So, 4 dice and 3 base, but with magnifying glass.
Aha!
Yeah.
That doesn't look too suspicious, does it?
That's
One.
1, potentially 2. Once per round you can re-roll a dice. I rolled it in the Mythos phase, but that was the last turn. So I'll use that to re-roll. Get another one. And then I will spend that one to turn that into 3.
3. 1, 2, 3. Confirm.
Something about the formation of the paint stroke soothes you. Whoever painted this has quite a lot of passion. The painter's initials scribbled in the corner are Discard this search token. Marsh?
Marsh?
Mr. Marsh?
Michael Marsh. Marsh. Marshy Marsh. Is that both yours done?
Tis.
Okay.
Do you want to see if you can talk to him again? I mean, I don't know. When you click on it, it'll give you options, won't it, whether you can or not. When then you don't have to actually talk to him, but you can see if the options are there. So you can ask him if you want to, or you can head over to me. It's up to you. The Marsh family or Gilman?
Let's just see what he knows about the Marsh family. Marsh family owns this town, and Sylvia Marsh will not let anyone forget it. Pity she has got a face that matches their attitude. I would not mind knowing what story behind all that jewellery she wears. Very exotic looking pieces, you see. Only one clue.
Pew, pew, pew.
Okay, I'll start heading over to you. It's 2 for, it's
2.
Yeah, so 1, 2. Done then. No, don't really want to end the phase. Mythos phase.
The hairs on the back of Wendy Adams' neck stand on end. She spins around as a harsh voice calls her name, but there is no one there. Wendy Adams suffers 2 horror. Willpower negates.
Oh, willpower's only 3. Blah, blah, blah.
You need 2.
I need 2.
So far you've got 2 clues, so you can spend them both.
Spend both of my clues because I am not having anyone distract me like that. It's not real. I'm fine. I'm all fine. Mummy.
You notice the people of Innsmouth are watching you with suspicion and thinly veiled hostility. Their attention only increases as the hazy sun sets. You do not have much time left before night falls, and you fear what the denizens of Innsmouth will do under the cover of the darkness. For immediate effect.
Like this. Right, it's our phase.
I'm going to go and have a little chitty chat with Sylvia Marsh, I
Yeah,
think.
punch her in the face.
1 to move to there, and I can interrupt it, so I've still got a movement point left. And then I'll chat to Tidy Bollocks. Miss Marsh stares out the window, ignoring your presence. Can I ask you some questions, or... I'm sorry to interrupt. I think that's nice to be polite. I'm a polite man. I'm sure, she drawls, not turning from the window. What were you arguing about? Well, no, really I am. Well, I'm smarmy smarm. So the bottom one. And stop interrupting. That's fair. That was an action, wasn't it? Annoyingly. I haven't got an action left.
Oh no.
She gets one action talk to her.
She's a bitch, isn't she?
She is. I think we should fuck her in the mouth. And then it's your go.
One action. I'm going to have a quick look out the door while I'm coming over. Because I don't like the idea the night is setting. The window pane on the front glass are too dingy to see through.
Explore, that's your
Oh shit, it does go outside.
A fountain gurgles sickly before you. Discard this explore token and place the town square tile as indicated.
Oh, I didn't know there were outside tiles. Oh, budger.
That looks town squarey. Where is that bit? That bit's there.
Oh dear. Okie dokie. What do we get? What do we get?
No, a few scattered coins can be seen at the bottom of the fountain. Place an interact tone.
Coins? Coins? Someone say coins? Money, 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 money. A young woman sits on the fountain's ledge invested in a book. Place a person as indicated. This is Joyce Little, one of the suspects. How do these people anything better do than all lurk in the same place? The street stretches onwards in the fog. Place site tokens as indicated. You may move one space into the explored area. Well, I don't know if I want to. But I might as well while I'm in.
And you've still got a movement point because you were there, weren't you?
Yeah.
And you went one.
Yeah.
That was for free, so you've still got a movement point if you want to do a movement thingy.
I'm not saying that she's like shinies, but she's just sort of
Ready to nick some shit.
ready to nick some shiz. And that's her done. Is that the phase?
Yeah.
Oh dear. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Turning, Wendy Adams comes face to face with the unexpected shape of a monster, but it is in fact nothing more than a shadow cast by mundane objects. Wendy Adams suffers one face-down horror.
That's horror?
Yep.
Ah! Ah! Oh, I've just peed myself. Oh, God. Okay, that's okay. We can live with this.
Do you want to have a look at your coins?
Yes, I do.
A few scattered coins can be seen at the bottom of the fountain. You can toss a coin.
I want to nick 'em.
You feel slightly luckier. No immediate effect. Discard this interact token. Oh.
Oh.
That was mildly disappointing.
Very. So then I'm going to go 1, 2, round to here.
Yeah, because you can't cross the dotted line.
So that's me done.
I'll have another chat with this fucking shit slut. Oh! I don't have time for this right now. Continue.
Oh.
Well, I don't have to search. I don't have to waste an action talking to us. That's something. Let's have a little looky in this thing then. Looks like someone has shoved something in this drawer, keeping it from closing it properly. Searchy search search. You pull the drawer open and find something useful inside. Gain the Elder Sign Pendant common item. Elder Sign Pendant. That's pretty cool.
And the skull.
Roll one additional die while evading a monster.
Discard that.
Ooh. And then I will have got movement, so I will head over to here. So ready for next time I can chat to these old dears.
And that's everything, isn't it?
Yes.
And investigator phase.
Yeah, it begins to shimmer with heat. The heat becomes a glow enveloping Preston Fairmont. Preston, what?
Shit the
Suffers
bed.
3 face down damage. Observation negates. And then he flips 3 damage face up. Wow. Okay.
Oh,
So I've got 4 dice. Well, once per round I can reroll a die.
yeah.
Didn't use it then, because I just come out of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I can reroll a thing. That gets me an old sign. Then I'll spend that clue to do that. That gives me 1 face down damage and then turn it face up. 1 face down damage, then turn it face up. Minor injury. Only a flesh wound, resolve immediately, no additional effect. Flip this card face down.
Wow.
Investigate phase. Like a rabbit's foot comes back.
Okay.
Do you want to have a chat to that woman?
Yeah, I suppose we better, haven't we?
A young woman is completely invested in a large book. Excuse me, miss? Or study her. I shall stare!
Yeah.
The book she is reading appears to be on local history. At least you can see an illustration that looks like the town map you received. The young woman seems to sense your study as she looks up and meets your eyes. She's clearly startled. I'm sorry, it looked like a good book. Or, sorry about that, sweetheart. This, it's a collection of local law. I find it interesting, but not as many people care about the crop failures of 1873 as me. She chuckles nervously. Yeah. See, I run the bookstore, the Little Bookshop. I'm Joyce Little. Oh, that's why, okay. Can you tell me about the town? Oh, that's a clever name.
Butter 'em up.
Joyce? Oh, that was stupid. Oh, you meant the bookstore. Thank you. You can see it for yourself. If you come downtown, it has quite the collection. Gain 1 clue.
Yeah, let's still keep going.
Can you tell me about the town? Or have you noticed anything odd?
Tell me about town.
I'd really like to finish this chapter before work. For an extra action, you can ask, I'm sorry, may I just ask one more thing? Or I have some more questions first. Or you can cancel and then use your other action for something else.
Oh.
The problem is you don't know what you're going to get, you know?
Yeah, so we're going to ask, see if she can...
Joyce looks up to you. Under her polite veneer, you sense a hint of exasperation. Influence, which is the handshaky one.
3. Give her the old funny handshake. Oh! Fuck that, let's have all 3 of them then.
Boom.
Max out.
Oh, you're looking there with your big eyes of, oh, me, I'm just a cute little cutie. Joyce closes her book. Well, I suppose it could not hurt. What is it?
Locals or the town?
Locals?
That's tell her. Tell me about the locals.
Well, I'm not really the most sociable. Everyone in Innsmouth knows Gilman. She's really good at talking to people. I also spend a lot of time with Zadok. He can be a little wild. He is a nice old man when he is sober. He talks sometimes on his boat. He knows a lot about the sea. Joyce chews her lip. I do not know much more about people I could tell you. There are a lot of people in Innsmouth, though I am afraid I do a lot more reading than socialising. Gain 1 clue.
Dun dun dun.
And that is you, dun dun dun, isn't
That
it?
is me. Dun dun dun.
Oh, you can have a little chat to these little old ladies.
Hello, ladies.
Here, where's me whippet? A pair of old women chat over tea. Greet them. I will greet them.
By smacking them in the head with your cock.
Bosh. You try several times to break into the conversation. You're unable to get a word in edgewise. You're not sure whether this exclusion is intentional or accidental. Eavesdrop or shout over the elderly women. Eavesdrop.
Yeah, you're too polite to shout over them.
Indeed. The woman seems to be gossiping about Gilman's lack of suitors and arguing over whose nephew or son we best introduce her to. They throw around names of residents not mentioned by your letter. Names like Richard, Bruce, Tim and Natosa. Talk implies Gilman herself has been avoiding romance ever since she took over running the Gilman house. Gain 1 clue. That's a clue, which is good. Now she's a bitch and she's not going to listen to me, so I guess I'll come out with you.
Yeah.
We can start having a run around.
We're going to have to.
1, 2, but that's it though.
End of phase.
Aye.
Dun dun.
The objects Wendy Adams collected become crushing weights, punishing her tired vagina. Wendy Adams suffers 2 damage. Strength negates. For each damage she suffers, she drops 1 random item.
Oh, heck.
Hey, where's my whippet?
That's not very nice, is it? 1.
It's only 1, so you take a point of damage, which is face up, because unless it says otherwise, it's always face up.
Minor injury, only a flesh wound, resolve immediately, no additional effects.
Nice.
How many of these can we collect?
Oh,
it's there.
And when you get to max, then you become wounded or insane, depending on it, whether it's horror or the other thing. And then you have to drop a random item.
I'm going to drop the whiskey.
Random item.
Oh, random? Ooh.
And you can't drop the spell because it's not a possession.
Yeah.
Possessions are things that you can drop.
That's my winky. Oh, it's the incriminating evidence!
No!
Yes!
Oh, it's dropped though, so it's only there, so you can't pick it up again.
Aga. Curse my stupid girly small hands!
Do you feel the power of the investigator?
Investigator! Right, I could spend 1 action to pick that back up.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm still waiting for you anyway.
Yeah. So shall I go first then?
You go first.
I'll go 1, 2, and then I'll have a look at this thing.
Yes.
I'll look down the street.
Hello, Daddy.
Now, I'm not your daddy. You only call me daddy in the bedroom. The streets of Innsmouth are obscured in a heavy fog. An investigator in the town square may reveal the adjacent area. Yeah, I guess so. Oh, mysterious! Place street 2 and street corner 2 as indicated. Then discard all explore and site tokens listing to them. So that's that and that. And street 2, street corner 2.
Whoops.
Street 2. And street corner 2. What could possibly go wrong?
Everything!
So right, that's that. And then that's that. And we can move through all of this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
A man in a suit leans against the wall waiting by the hotel's side door. Place a person as indicated. This is Detective Blake, one of the suspects.
Yeah.
Victor Blake. He's a cunt. Papers flutter down the street in the slight wind. Place a search token as indicated.
That's it.
And that's it. Well, I can't move into it. I've just revealed it. In that case, I'll go 1, 2, and have a little chitty chat with him next investigator phase.
Okay.
Assuming I survive that long.
There's no other doors or anything.
No.
Oh, it's just going to be going back that way then, isn't it?
Alright, better pick that shit up though.
Yeah. So first action will be to pick that up after dropping it like a stupid girl.
Do you want to double check the whether it's... Oh no, because you just dropped it and that's fine, yeah.
Yeah. Then 1, 2, I'm waiting over there.
That's it.
That's it. It's a quick turn.
Preston Fairmont trips and falls into a shallow ditch filled with writhing worms. The ravenous grubs invade his nose, eyes and mouth. Preston Fairmont suffers 2 damage and 2 face down horror. Will negates. Agility negates. Wow.
Oh, so you go out to see the detective like, hey, oh!
Well,
Grubblies!
I guess I roll and then I can just negate whatever of that, right? So, agility 4. Got a clue. Now I can re-roll 1 dice. Okay. Wish me luck.
Good luck! That's it! Reroll 1.
That's 1. And then that'll be another. I will not suffer the damage. I will suffer the 2 face down horror.
Mm-hmm.
So it's face down. If it was damage, it would be face up, and that could be potentially really bad. I'll break a leg or something. That's...
Continue.
Night is coming. You will not be able to conduct your investigation in the dark. Might be ways to review any evidence you have gathered during the day. No immediate effect. Huh. Well, I'm going to chat to this twatty box.
Let's do that then.
I'll get that back. The man in the suit leans against the hotel's brick wall. He is watching you. Can I help you? Or what are you looking at? Can I help you? I'm polite. I'm a millionaire. I didn't become a millionaire by being a cunt. You can help me by keeping to yourself while you're here. You might not know who I am yet, but I am the guy who shows up when you step even a toe out of line. Are you a detective? He stares at you for a long moment, then sighs. Yes, I'm Detective Blake. Innsmouth needs a little extra help keeping things orderly. I step in when it's necessary to keep an eye on things. Like you! Strangers never seem to do anything other than cause trouble. I've already had to stop one genius from breaking into the basement of my office downtown. Next time I catch someone trying that, I will not be so nice about it. Consider this your one and only warning. Is that it?
That's it!
He's a fucking dick. Let's click on him again and see if I can do another. Right, that's enough. Go bother someone else. Oh, whoop. I could move in and have a look at those papers next turn, I guess.
Might as well.
We don't want to go indoors because everyone's fucking scared of the outside. Yeah, I'll go over here, ready for next turn.
Okay, so me, I'm going to have a little look-see at this.
The streets of Innsmouth are obscured in a heavy fog. Investigating the town square may reveal the adjacent area. The streets of Innsmouth are grey and cracked. Place the street 1 tile and the street corner 1 tile and a wall as indicated. Street and street corner both 1.
I love this game.
It's good, isn't it?
Yeah. We have to buy extra bits now.
Yeah,
Bastards. Bastards.
That's got green on it. And that's that. I can only guess that that goes that way. And a wall.
Okay, an old man slumps in front of a decrepit fire station. Place a person, Zaylock Allen, one of the suspects. A notice is posted outside the fire station. Place a search token. Several young children play a dispirited game of hopscotch. Place a person as indicated. That's Andy.
Oh, but you don't move for free, that's the problem.
Ugh.
Now you have to move in and see what you want to do.
So I have to move into there.
And play some hopscotch with these murderous children.
Yeah.
The children eat your face.
Do I get to click on it now?
No, because...
No. I opened up the area.
No, because the revealing wasn't an action. Because it didn't have the little symbol next to it. It just said you can reveal it.
So I can talk to them?
Yeah.
I'll join them.
They stare at you for a few moments with wide, blinking eyes. They're one of the bolder girls, makes room for you. Seeing you are serious about joining, the other children giggle nervously. You play with them for a time, setting aside your troubles. You are much nicer than the detectives say strangers are, one of the children declares. After you finish the game, the children scamper away, whispering excitedly. Gain 1 clue, then discard this person.
Oh, that's handy.
Clues are good. Clues are good.
Clues are good. All clues are good.
Clues are good. Clues are good.
That's done, isn't it?
Yes.
Oh dear.
And the investigator phase.
And the investigators' lives.
The first day comes to a close, and you gather back at the Gilman house. Clear the board. When you turn in for the night, You suffer from strange and unsettling dreams. Each investigator suffers one face-down horror.
You awake the next morning feeling troubled. The town of Innsmouth is large enough to be separated into 3 neighbourhoods: the docks, the downtown, and the residential area. Each day you will devote yourself to investigating one neighbourhood and its residents. You must use your time wisely. You will not be able to investigate a location twice. Where will you continue your investigation? So do we do the docks, do we do downtown, or do we do the residential?
I think the obvious place to go first is Doontown.
Doontown!
That's where you'd go. You'd find downtown.
Well, we've got a link. We've got a link in at the shop.
The shoppy shop.
The little,
yes.
the little bookshop.
Because it's the name's little and it's a bookshop. Oh, that's cool. And we get to now open up a whole new board thing. That's wicked.
So we're going downtown.
Doontown.
Oh.
The clustered buildings Doontown are nothing more than silhouettes through the fog. Place the street corner 3, storefront, and alley 1 tiles as indicated. Now what I have to do is find all of the things. Alley 1. Alley 1. Which looks to be that one. Storefront.
That's only 3 tiles.
Yeah, that's what confused my brain. That's one big one, that's why.
What is?
It's a big one split up. Yes, that's like that. It was, alley corner.
Yeah. Looks like that.
Street corner 3. Yep. That's why it confused my tiny brain.
Right, we place ourselves on this one here. Appears to be something in one of the discarded barrels. Jism. Aging brick buildings line the streets, their doors closed and windowless. Place explore tokens as indicated.
Indicate good times.
Spirits consumed by a heavy fog. Place site tokens as indicated. Investigator phase.
Well, now then. Shall we have a little pop in the shop? You spoke to her yesterday, didn't you?
Yeah, but do we know if that's the right shop now?
Well, perhaps we can click on anything and find out.
Oh, can we? What is this?
The little there. The sign in the window says Curiosity Shoppy. Or shall we go there? There was a sign affixed to it, Victor Blake, Detective. This door has been locked from the inside. Or we can head down the street. Curiosity shop, surely. I mean,
yeah.
Curiosity, clues in the name. So I'll go 1 to there, and I will explore. The shop is clean and still. Glass display cases dotting the room contain delicate china and strange jewellery. Discard this explore token. Bobby Foster is leaning on the counter, chatting with the shop clerk. Place him as indicated. The clerk seems to be annoyed by Bobby's chatter. Place a person as indicated. Looks like you-ish.
Yeah, I do.
I'll do it.
French tiara catches your eye in the corner.
Behind the shop's counter is a door. Place an explore token as indicated. Shelves and cases in the shop could be used to barricade the door. Should the need arise, place a barricade as indicated. You may move one space into the explored area. Bloop. Unfortunately, I've done a move, and I've done an explore. The explore was opening up the door, so I can't really do anything else. But then you spoke to Bobby Foster yesterday, didn't you?
Yeah.
I don't think it will recognise that you spoke to him. It will just recognise that we spoke to him.
So I'm going to go 1, 2 into the shop. Oh, shiny.
And murder everyone!
Shiny. Tiara's case seems to be unlocked. If you be careful, you might get a closer look. Shiny, I can be a princess.
You check to make sure the clerk is not watching. Observation.
Observation, radiation. 4.
4!
No, not me, Gov. I'm a nice little girl. 1, 2, 3.
Nice. The geometry of the design should not be possible. You are fascinated and repelled by the man-like figures that are carved into the tiara. Gain 1 clue and flip 1 horror face up, then discard this search token. Bless you, Jane.
Flashback. Recent memories claw their way to the surface despite your best effort. Resolve immediately. Flip 1 other horror card face up, then discard this card.
Ooh, spoopy.
Kleptomania! You do not understand why you do not understand why you need to keep stealing things, but you cannot help yourself. Keep face up. Whenever you end your turn in a space with another investigator, take 1 item at random from them.
You little shit. And that's the end of your turn now, isn't it?
Yes! Oh, that was a bit weird. The same... Oh, we are.
No, we're not in the... Oh, yeah, we are. Yeah.
Nicked your rabbit's foot.
Yeah.
And that's the... Oh, there we go.
The stars revolve around the centre of the universe, infinite in its awful and unstoppable motion. No immediate effect. Investigator phase. I will chat to Preston McGee. Bobby, whatever his name is. Bobby's arguing with the shop's clerk about picking up an item he has arranged payment for.
We know where it is. Your hotel room. Why didn't you pick it up last night when you were in there, you silly man?
Listen. You're a clerk. Do your job and give me my purchase. Sir, I'm sorry, but it's store policy. Once a customer is elected to leave his purchase to have his purchase delivered, we cannot simply give him the item to anyone who walks in the door. That's absurd! I paid for the item. Delivery is unnecessary. I'm standing here before you. I completely understand your dilemma, sir, but we cannot give out items we have arranged for delivery. The policy is intended to keep property safe until it arrives at its destination. But I am its destination. I've already paid for it. If I want to skip the trouble and just pick it up, I don't understand why you should stop me. I'm terribly sorry, sir. We can't just cannot do that. Support Bobby or support the clerk. I mean, we've got to support him, right? And then he'll be nice to us and give us information.
Let's hope so.
Clerk throws up his hands. Lord, save me from the thick heads of others. I'm sorry that your purchase will be delivered to you as soon as possible. I cannot help you further. Good day! The clerk immediately busies himself with his account book and ignores Bobby and you. Bobby smiles at you. Well, I appreciate the attempt. Did you need something? What were you trying to pick up? Seems an obvious question. Chatty. Oh, just an item I wanted to get a closer look at for my writing. I like to be as familiar as possible with the things I'm writing about. Point of professional pride, really. Oh, you cock! Didn't even get a clue for that. Fucking shit cunt. I mean, I can leave the shop. Click on him again, just to see if there's an option. He's gone back to trying to convince the clerk to give him his purchase. Neither man looks particularly social. Right?
Yeah, the funny side, I'm scrapping.
I guess we leave the shop, right?
Like this.
I mean, yeah, but... I've got one action left. I could move here ready for next turn and then have a little search next turn.
Yeah.
Explore the thing.
And I can do I start looking at the others?
Yeah.
Okie dokie, so that's you done. So I go 1, 2. Great.
Now, there's that fucking rabbit's foot. I had it a minute ago.
Oh, look what I found.
That bitch! I shall sacrifice her to my dark gods! Oh, don't mind you. A senseless chatter rises, filling not just the air, but Wendy Adams' mind. Wendy Adams suffers 2 horror. Will +1 negates. Will +1, so you're on an extra dice.
One. Let's change that. For 2.
Nice.
Oh, I'm okay.
The clock strikes noon! No immediate effect. These days go pretty fucking sharpish, don't they?
Don't they just?
You just got here. Well, I'll have a look at that back room then, giggity. The clerk seems sufficiently distracted by the excited chatter of Bobby Foster. He might be able to get into the door behind the counter. Let's have a little looky look. That's an action. You pretend to casually inspect some of the shelves near the door. When the clerk looks away, you take your chance to quickly slip into the door, into it, with an agility of 4. And fortunately, I can re-roll one of my... No, I can't, because you nicked it, you
some cunt's
bitch!
walked off with your rabbit foot.
You fucking shit cunt. Agility 4, no clues. Let's see what we get. That's a 1, 2, 3.
Ooh, nice.
I'm okay with that. You nudge the door open very carefully and slip inside. It appears the clerk has not noticed you. The office is cluttered with chairs and bookshelves. Place the office tile as indicated. Office. It's got nice parquet flooring. That seems to be that way.
And discard all explore tokens leading to this room.
A safe is set on one of the shelves. Place a search indicating is later. Blah blah blah. Desk in the office has several unlocked drawers. Place a search token as indicated. Move one space into the explored area. Well, I've got one action left. Let's have a little pokey at the safe, shall we? See what we can find. The safe is set on one of the shelves. I shall search it. You try the door of the safe, but it's been locked by a combination. If you could figure out the code, you could get inside. Tap to attempt the puzzle using observation. Okay, so continue. We have to find out how we do these things, because this is a different thing, right? Combination lock puzzle? No, combination puzzle. Code puzzle. Each code has 2 attributes: the length, the number of pieces in the code, and variance, the number of unique pieces the code can use. The unique pieces are at the top, so it's 1 to 5.
Mm-hmm.
Each thing can be 1 to 5, and then depending on what we get, it tells us what we've got. So let's say 3, 2, 5. So I think you drag them. There we go. And we guess. So I've got 2 correct things. but they're not in the right position. So that then means let's go with 5, 3, 4. Now one of them's in the right position and one of them is still the right number. So either the 5 or the 3 are in the right position and the 2 and the 4 are both wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go with 513. Yeah, 513. And if the 5 is in the right position, the 3 would have to move and then 1 would be the other number. So it's... How's only 1 right now? Unless it's 5, 2... Well, I can't guess again because I've had 3 guesses and I've got a law of thingy of 1. Thingy of 3. So you can only have as many guesses as your score and its observation. I think it is instead then going to be... Is that right? So 2 were right on the bottom one, but not in the right place.
Yeah.
Then we moved up, and 1 was in the right place,
Mm-hmm.
and the other one was right. The one that was in the right place has to have been the 3.
Yeah.
And one of the other ones is right. But the 5 is wrong then.
Yeah.
So it'll be like 2, 3, 4.
Possibly, but we don't get any guesses, do we?
No, not until next turn. I think it's 2, 3, 4. And then it's your go, or did you go?
I haven't been yet, because I moved out here, didn't I? 1 into there and search for that. There's to be something at the bottom of one of these barrels. Reach into the barrel and find something useful. Gain the 8 Derringer common item.
Wow, you got a gun. You got whiskey and a gun.
No, I dropped the whiskey.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, because I'm pissed head. Hey.
Is that a .18?
Yeah. Click, clack. Now we're done.
For a timeless, dreamlike eon, Preston Fairmont wanders through a perfect world where nothing, not even the donuts, tastes right. Preston Fairmont suffers 2 face-down horror. What the fuck? 5, I've got 1 more face-down horror and they go insane. In the membrane. Insane in the membrane!
Okay, so it's back to you. You going there here again?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll attempt it. So, first one, 2 were right but not in the right place. So we moved up and one of them's in the right position. So it's either the 5 or the 3. So it has to be the 3.
Yeah.
No, the 3's in the middle.
Yeah.
Then the 5 is wrong. The 4 is right. So it's
4, 3, 2.
4, 3, 2, yeah. Or 2, 3, 4, we'll find out in a minute. Guess. Yay! Go team! Boom! Puzzle complete! Inside you find a pocket watch. A receipt of purchase demonstrates it is due to be delivered to Bobby Foster at the Gilman house. The back of the watch has been lightly engraved with a short note from someone named Margaret to her father. Gain the pocket watch common item and 1 clue.
Margaret Marsh.
Ooh, Margaret Marsh. Yeah, Maggie Marsh.
She the artist.
Could be.
Painting stuff.
Yes. Painting stuff. Pocket watch, pocket watch. You may perform one additional puzzle step whilst attempting a puzzle. So if there are more puzzles, as long as you don't fucking nick it, you little shit cunt, and that gets discarded. Now I've got a move. I might as well go into here and then try and search.
That's next turn, isn't it?
Yeah, it will be.
Right. That's turn, isn't it?
I nicked a watch. Yeah, because you found a gun.
Yeah.
I nicked a watch.
You nicked Bobby's watch, for crying out loud.
Wendy Adams' tongue starts to engorge,
Yeah.
quickly going too large for her mouth. Only by clamping down hard does the swelling halt and start to go down again. Wendy Adams suffers 1 face down damage and 2 horror. Strength +1 negates. He just fucks right up. Sorry, mate.
What's his strength?
Yeah, strength +1.
4. 1 damage and 2 horror. Ugh. Aha. 1 damage.
Mm-hmm.
And
2 horror.
2
Boom.
horror. I am awesome.
Whittle.
This is Rabbitfoot, mate.
You notice the people of Innsmouth are watching you with suspicion and thinly veiled hostility. Their attention not only increases as the hazy sun sets, you not have much time left before night falls, and you fear what the denizens of Innsmouth will do under the cover of darkness. No immediate effect.
Oh, we don't have a lot of time, do we?
No. Do you want to have a little look up the road? And then I can decide whether I'm going to search this thing or follow you.
Yeah. So, move to there and there.
One to there.
Collect.
Alright, I think that's a... Yes. Slopes downwards. Investigate may in the alley. You can reveal it, so it doesn't cost you an action. The alley is littered with boxes, barrels and trash. Place alley 2. Alley up. As indicated. A dog digs through the trash from an overturned trash can. Place dog as indicated. Dog. Doors lead to the few stable looking buildings along the alley. Place explore tokens as indicated. There is no fucking time. So you did a move, didn't you? So you can move again because you've got 1 movement point left, and that wasn't an action to explore it.
Doggy.
Oh,
Doggy.
click on it.
How can I click on it?
The dog digs through the trash. There might be something valuable among the garbage. Let the dog sniff your hand. Pet the dog. Get out of the way, mutt!
Yeah, little puppy.
Dog sniffs your hand tentatively. Its tail begins to wag. Pet the dog, or easy now, I just need you out of the way. Petting the dog makes you feel calmer. Discard 1 horror.
Even face up?
Yeah? The dog eventually noses something from the trash towards you, then barks once and takes off into the fog. Gain the gold key unique item and discard this person token. Gold key.
No, come back. Oh, the doggy's gone. What does that do?
It's a key of gold. Allows us to get into the door that says gold key door. Now it's me. Shall I have a looky at this thing?
Yes. What is it?
The desk has several unlocked drawers. Let's have a look. You search the drawers, hoping to find something of use. Gain the 45 automatic common item and then discard this search token.
Hell's teeth, that'll do, he says.
Yeah. That's handy. Woo! Nice. Sweet. Okay. Guns, guns, guns. And then what? If I go to there and then search that door, oh no, that was the detective's door, wasn't it?
I still think we should be looking in it.
That's true. So I go 1, 2, and the next turn I can look in there and you can look in here.
Yep.
Assuming we get another turn. We don't have to fuck off home. A patch of deadly cold air blows around Preston Fairmont, stealing his breath and cracking his joints. Fuck me. Preston Fairmont suffers 2 damage, strength negates, then he flips 2 horror face up.
Ooh.
4.
Oh!
Not any clues, so I suffer 2 damage. Bop. And the first one is minor injury, no effect, flip it face down.
I have still got the whiskey.
Ah, good
I
times.
turned it up the wrong way because I hadn't. I was shuffling to get my random one.
And then minor injury, just a flesh wound, flip it face down. And then flips 2 horror face up. Absolute terror! You make a very small noise somewhere in the back of your throat. You find that you are weeping silently. Oh. Resolve immediately. Suffer 1 additional face down horror, and then flip this card face down.
Uh-oh.
Wibble. Then I've got another horror to flip face up. Hysteria.
Haven't you gone inside?
I might have done, but I'll do this first.
Uh-oh.
Screaming hysterically, you claw at your own flesh with your nails. Resolve immediately. Flip 1 damage face up, then flip this card face down. But they're all minor injuries, so it doesn't matter. Now, damage and horror. If you have suffered horror, whether face up or face down, equal to or exceeding his sanity, that investigator becomes insane in the membrane, insane in the brain. He gains an insane condition and discards all of his face down horror. Blah blah blah. When his insane investigator has suffered horror equal to or exceeding his sanity, that investigator is eliminated. Ah! Oh, should have done that. I'm just stupid. I should be, when I gain items, I should be getting rid of horror because that's my special rule, but I forgot, so that's fine. I am now insane in the membrane. Look back at this card, but do not reveal it to the other investigators. When you have suffered horror equal to your sanity, you are eliminated. How insane am I? Very. Let me just double check this.
Yeah.
Because there's a little symbol on it which would appear to mean a thing.
It means a thing, does it?
Looks like it means a thing.
Ooh.
Okay. So it's got a number of players. I can only do this if it's 3 or more players, so I have to draw another one. That one has the same thing. That one is also 3 or more players. That one is 1 or more players, and I am 1 or more players. The one that I drew, just to give you an example, 1 of the 1,000. You must make a sacrifice to the Black Goat of the Woods. Nigarath Tagen. You do not win the game as normal. At the start of your turn, if you have a bladed weapon and you're in a space with exactly 1 other investigator, you immediately win the game and the game ends. If the game ends for any other reason, you lose the game.
Oh my god! Oh shit! Right.
But what does my one do? Oh, so I'll go, right?
Yeah. So I'm going to search this, have a look at this one. The lock has been broken off the worn door. Let's explore. Oh shit! This warehouse contains a neat stack of crates. Place the warehouse tile as indicated.
The whorehouse.
Warehouse.
Whorehouse. Prostitute place.
Okay.
That's Zadok Allen.
The sudden clatter of falling boxes starts you. Zadok Allen leans heavily against the back wall, watching you with wild eyes. There's a clue token. Dust disturbs another small pile of crates there. Some of these boxes could be used to barricade the door. Moves one space into the explored area. That's it, isn't it?
That's one action. You've got another action, but you've got nothing next to you.
Next to me.
Can you go over and touch the old man?
Yeah, that'll be my... Hello, old man. So that's me done.
Shoot him with your little gun. Yeah.
So it's you.
And I'll go into that, into the detective's hole. Explore. The detective office contained almost nothing besides a desk and a few file cabinets. Discard the explore token and place the study tile as indicated. Study.
Detective Blake stands by an unlit fireplace, a file in his hand. Place Detective Blake as indicated.
Oh, why do you always have to? Why can't you just be where I'm going? I don't have to fucking make fucking checks all the time.
Behind him, door leads into the building. Place explore. A single shelf holds several books.
Oh, more things.
So it's been framed predominantly on the detective's wall. Place a search token there. You may... One space in. Hello.
And then I'll have a look at this one.
That one.
Bookie books. A single shelf holds several books. You glance over the books while Detective Blake watches you from the corner of his eye. Each appears to be a volume on modern law. They've all clearly been read often. Gain one clue and discard the search token. That's me done now.
So that's done, isn't it?
Yeah, which is concerning. I don't want to have to go to bed, boys, yet. Wendy Adams jerks as some insect stings her neck. The wound is tiny but releases a foul green pus. Wendy Adams suffers one face-down damage and one horror.
Ah. Okay. We're good to go.
Do you want to chat to yours first?
Okie dokie. Hello, old man. Speak to me.
Zadok leans heavily against the wall, his eyes unfocused and wide. An investigator with the whiskey common item can offer it to Zadok. Offer Zadok the whiskey. Zadok, are you okay? Have you noticed anything strange around here?
Here you go, old man. Drink from
The drunk
this.
opens his eyes to a squint. Why are you crazy? That's legal. Detective might convince take it away from you. So wave that stuff around unless you're on the docks. Only place nobody cares. You still want to give it to me? I'll take it there. Gain one clue. So you've still got it. You can try and talk to him again, I guess, if you want to. So there comes a slow, sad song to himself.
Are you okay?
Zadok shakes his head hard, crossing his thin arms.
What's the matter? Or tell me what happened here. What's the matter?
It's all gone wrong. Those things. Fishmen. Toad boys. Damn marsh. Damn the lot of them. Bunch of fishmen. Not normal. Not normal. You gotta... Zadok lurches towards you but falls to the warehouse floor.
What do you want me to do, Zadok?
Stop it! Zadok stutters out, his voice waning. Stop it! You gotta... I can't no talk no more. Got eyes. Something's happening. Something happening. Don't want to know what. Zadok goes quiet. You wait a few moments until Zadok stirs. The old man sits up, leaning against a nearby crate. He begins to dig through his pockets desperately until he produces a small object. Zadok holds it out to you. Take this. Stay safe. You gotta stay safe. His eyes flutter shut as you gently extricate the item from his grip. Gain the Elder Ward common item.
Dun dun dun.
Moist.
And I've got a move still.
A moob.
Move to there.
I'm going to move to here and speak to Detective Doohickey.
Not you again.
Detective Blake looks up from his file. What do you want? He sounds tired. What do you want? Try to peek at the file in his hand. Have you noticed anything strange around here? Second one down. Strange. Let me see. Bunch of nosy strangers turning over every stone and questioning every civilian they come across. Sounds strange enough to you? Is that it?
Yes,
You fucking cunt. I've got 1 point to move left, but what's the fucking point? Might as well stay there and see if I can shoot up behind him. Giggity. In the investigator phase, I'm going to shoot him in the mouth. From every corner of the air, there comes a horrible pounding sound. This mythos event. Outdoors things happen. We are indoors, so we're all good. No effect.
No, where's the fucking arrow gone? There it is. No effects. Well, I'm still in it to win it.
Click on him and see if he allows me to say anything else. Or is he just going to fucking... Something strange is going on here.
Innsmouth seems pretty great.
What do you think? How long have you been in town? A day? 2? You know nothing of Innsmouth. Whatever you think you know, you are wrong. Stop wasting my time. Gain 1 clue. Well, at least I've got a clue out of it. And then I'll try and go into the place behind him. This one up there, yeah. Blake stands in the way of opening the door, watching your every move. It would not be wise to search his office in front of him. Well, I've got another action. Click on him again, then see if I'm allowed to. No. Nothing more to say to you. Well, you're a fucking dick penis, aren't you? Well, I'll fuck off into the alley then. 1, 2, ready there.
Right, so me, we'll search this. Dust around the crates has been disturbed. Search. Brace your shoulder against a stack of crates and throw your weight against them. Oh boy. My pitiful strength as a little girl of 3. I can re-roll, so it's amazing round the foot. 1.
Juan. The crates shift only a little across the floor. You can try again.
13 this time. I don't get to use the rabbit foot again though.
Go on. Go on, I believe in you.
Again 1.
Oh, you needed 2 in total, so yeah, nice. Underneath the crates, you're surprised to find a small item.
Gain the holy water common item.
Holy water, Batman! See what I did there?
No.
Good. You go.
Thank you. Ooh, that's it, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Mythos phase.
The lonely sound of a foghorn echoes off the dark building walls. The Mythos event affects each investigator.
Uh-oh.
The echoes are disorienting, but maybe they'll provide cover for your activities. Blip 1. Oh, God. Observation.
Observation. We both have to do this, don't we?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm on an observation of 4. I need 1.
Easy, easy.
If you pass, the sounds you make are completely swallowed up by the moaning of the horn. If you fail, the sounds bounce in endless confusion. You stumble into a wall. Suffer 1.
I'm alright as well.
Ooh, that's okay then.
Night is coming. You will not be able to conduct your investigation in the dark. It might be ways to review any evidence you've gathered during the day. No immediate effect.
So we haven't got long left.
No. I'll go 1, 2 and reveal that. Have a little wander around the corner. Several shops housed in sagging buildings line the road. An investigator in the street corner may reveal the adjacent area. Storefronts continue. Rundown buildings with few windows. Discard this site token and place the Street 2 tile. Street 2. So what's in the last place you let? Oops. And a door. Oh, a door there. That's a door. No? There's a door. There's a door.
Up there. Yeah, about there. I'll check in a sec.
Yeah.
A woman struggles with an armful of groceries. Doors lead to some of the buildings. And that's it.
I'll move into here, and then I can't do anything else because that's my action's done.
Is it a reveal? Reveal's not an action, is it?
No. So I moved because I was here, so I 1, 2 revealed it.
Oh, you moved, yeah.
There, next turn I can hopefully do some stuff.
So one up there. It's going to be 1, 2.
Stab Zadok Allen while he sleeps.
Do we know what that door is up here? Does it say anything about what that door is?
Silver knob. Knob.
The door is locked, but I have a key.
Might be the right key, we don't know.
So I'll move there, that'll be my actions done. Will we get another turn though?
Do with about another 5 to be honest. You hurry back to the Gilman house to go over the information you found during your second day. Clear the board. While you sleep, the nightmares of the sea. Each investigator suffers 2 face-down horror.
Christ.
I'm gonna go mad!
Mad!
Mad's a box of frogs.
Right, we'll just have a quick pause while we have a toilet break.
Pause.
So, we are back. And we're doing the docks now, aren't we?
We're down the docks.
Down the docks. So we've got a couple of places to check, some citey McSite things, and a book in a puddle.
Yeah.
Wow.
These 2 are warehouses, apparently.
Okay.
Where do you think we should go?
Right, books. 1, 2 for one action, and then look at the book in the puddle.
The book lies open in a puddle.
The book is almost destroyed by the murky. I can't actually read it because
The book is almost destroyed by the murky seawater. You can just make out property of the little bookshop stamped inside the front cover.
Oh, the little bookshop.
You hesitate to move it and worsen the damage. Gain 1 clue.
The little bookshop. We know the little bookshop.
We do.
That because the light is reflecting on the screen. Actually, can you just pull the lappies to you slightly?
Like this way.
No, the whole thing to you because it's on the piss.
Yeah.
That's where she were.
Spooky
Spooky
music.
music. Gain a clue, you say?
I did. I've given it to
Thank
you.
you very much.
Giving it to you hard.
That's me done.
Now, do we want to check out these
That goes,
warehouses?
doesn't
Yes, it does. No, it doesn't. It's still there.
Ooh.
Which is odd. Do you want to search the warehouses, or should we just move on? Just move through?
I don't know because we always keep time.
Let's see
You're
what's
there.
in here, because I'm right here. So that's an action to open the door. A weathered metal door is set into a ramshackle building. The lock on the door looks like it has seen better days. Let's explore. Maybe I can bash it in. You attempt to pick the lock with a bobby pin. Tap to attempt the puzzle using observation 3. And I get 3 goes. So, it's passing me over the thing.
Oh yeah. Oh yes.
Now that needs to come down. That one needs to come down rather than go up. That one can go up.
What do you need to do? What do you have to? I can do these slidey things, but I don't see what the puzzle is.
So this thing
Yeah.
needs to go into this thing.
Okay.
Now,
Well, that one slides up.
that one goes up. But does it go up yet?
Yes. How many moves you get?
3.
Right.
Well, I think this
one
one goes back here, and then that one can go up to allow this one to go across. And then that one can go down and that one can go up.
That can go up. That can move across. That can move down, and that's still in the way.
I think I want to go 1, 2, 3. That will go down and that one will go up. I have to close it now because I've done 3 moves. But I've got a second action, so I can try and explore it again. I'll get another 3 goes. That one goes down.
That one goes up.
And goes in there. I successfully picked the lock. Puzzle completed! Puzzle awesome. Oh, fuck!
Oh, well, what the
The
fuck?
dim lighting reveals haphazard piles of crates and barrels. Place the whorehouse tile as indicated. Discard all explore tokens leading to it. Then place darkness in each space of the whorehouse.
It's warehouse.
That goes in. Et voila. And darkness.
Darkness.
It's darkening. We're all fucked.
Okay, done.
It was unsearched.
One box appears to have been broken open.
There's a searchy search token as indicated.
Dum dum dum. There's some old dark stains on another box. Some of the boxes could be used to barricade the door. Let's get worried about all this, because why we've never had to barricade a door. What's going on? Another weathered metal door is across the room. You can move one space into the explored area.
That's me done.
What does darkness do?
I'm just going to look at that now. Funnily enough.
That's our turn done.
It is.
End investigator phase. Yep.
Darkness.
Wendy Adams suddenly feels invigorated, her mind sharpened and her muscles poised for action. Wendy Adams becomes focused.
Fuck you, Wendy Adams. You cannot spend clues to convert dice results or perform additional puzzle steps. I was not aware that we could do that. So when I did that puzzle, I had to come out of it and go in. You can spend clues to get extra steps. But I now can't because it's dark. Investigators ignore darkness.
You were outside anyway, so that was irrelevant. You were doing the lock to get in the room, weren't you?
Yes, but I could have spent points, but I didn't. If you've got a light source, which they have in the equipment,
Yeah.
darkness cannot be placed in a space that contains darkness.
You have an inexplicably good feeling about today. An investigator of your choice is affected by this mythos event.
Well, as much as I'd like it to be me, it kind of makes sense for it to be you, because you've just become focused, which suggests your good feeling.
Your feelings confirmed when you find person effects you thought lost. Discard 2 horror and gain the lucky cigarette case common item.
Wank you off.
Discard 2 horror. I feel good.
Doobie 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 doo. Wank off.
You sure you don't have to say as many items as you
I've
want?
never found anything that suggests item maximums. I've been looking and I cannot find it.
Cool. Mind you, these are all icky bitty ones.
Yeah.
So it's us then. you want me to have a look, see where this goes?
Yes, good idea. Because it's not an action, so you might as well check down both of them.
Yeah. Reveal isn't an action, is it?
No.
Okay, let's have a
Street
look.
corner 2.
The slick and weathered stone on the streets leads to an old wood of a weathered dock. Place street 1 tile, rental dock tile, a wall and door as indicated.
Sorry, what were those again?
Place street 1 and rental dock.
So street 1 goes there. And rental dock. Sure, I got all the docks and shit. Rental dock. And we are at the docks. And is that a couple of walls?
Yeah.
Oh, a wall and a door. A wall
And a door.
and an outside door.
Okay. Fisherman rifles through a satchel absent-mindedly. Small windowless building is close against rough wind of the seaside. Dock shudders and shakes along among the rolling waves. The door is set with warehouse 6 and added in a neat hand underneath little bookshop storage. Collectors welcome.
It's your mate.
It's my mate. So that's that. Did you want me to reveal this one as well?
Might as well. Yep.
It's the same area, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh.
Street gives way to a gravelly beach. The rolling waves make you feel vaguely ill. Discard the site token and place the beach tile as indicated. Shack on the beach is grey and warped, but there's something to have a little look-see at. An item appears to have been washed ashore. And a mist of sea clings to the large pier. Place a site token. Brr. So
We've still now got actions and shit. We've looked at the book. As a fisherman, you can go round into the hall.
1, 2, get this, because that's the little shop, isn't it? 1, 2, and investigate that at. Explore! This is my last action. Small storage door shuts out the cold and damp of the sea. Books occupy every space from shelves to tables. Place the library tile as indicated.
Library.
And discard all exploring tokens.
Wee wee.
One shelf contains books with odd symbols on their spines. Uh-oh.
Magical bullshit.
And Joyce Little is curled up on in a shabby armchair reading a huge book. Move 1 space into explored area.
And that gives you nice time to give her a poke awake next turn.
Yep. Well, she's awake, she's just curled up with it.
Oh, yeah. And then it's me.
Yep, it's me. Where are you?
This thing.
So what's darkness do?
I can't use clues.
Right. So you're going to go over to there.
That's one action, or one part of my
Side
move.
of this box is nothing but cracked and splintered wood. It would not be hard to see what's inside.
Let's have a search.
What's inside? A collection of books on the occult have been packed neatly into the container. You search for a shipping manifest amongst the packaging materials.
Observation is 3. I'm at +1 for my magnifying glass. Can't spend clues, annoyingly. That's 2.
That's better than a kick in the nuts. 1, 2.
Buckle my clue.
Confirm.
Books are billed to the little bookshop. Gain 1 clue, then discard this token.
Here's all the dodgy stuff from the bookshop. Ooh,
I've got 1 more move action left.
Never
part of my move. So I'm going to go to here.
Never trust book people in Cthulhu games.
No, that's true.
Never. That's that.
That's us done. What do you do? Can't we just have all of the turns?
Yeah, and no Mythos phases.
Yeah.
Somewhere above, someone dumps garbage out of the window. This Mythos event affects the investigator in alley or street.
Which we are not.
None of us. No effect. The clock strikes noon. That means we've only got so many
3 or 4 turns
yeah.
left.
Straight back to the investigator phase.
Do you want to
Shall we see what she's got to say?
chat to that little bitch?
She's the only one that's been vaguely nice.
Yeah, which means she's definitely evil.
Joyce is curled up in a shabby armchair reading a huge book. Tell her about the water-damaged book, yes.
What? How did one of my... She leaps up, looking worried. Pardon me, I must see this book immediately.
Off you go then, girl.
Discard the search token on street corner 2 and move Joyce Little as indicated. Well now you can have a look at that, can't you? Have a little search on a thing.
So split my move, didn't it? So it's 1, 2. So now I can look at that, yeah?
Well, you were already in there.
Oh, I wasn't I?
So it's 1 to move,
Yeah.
so you'll have to search next turn.
Oh,
you
yeah,
spent an action to speak to her.
Talking to her, yeah. So that's me done.
It does get her out of the way, which is my...
I think that's the whole
potential
point of it.
really. Do I open that? Yeah, fuck it, let's go. The door shudders occasionally as the wind whistles just beyond its rusted metal frame. Explore! Oh, it opens. A cluttered alley is squeezed in between 2 large breasts.
Buildings.
Place the alley 2 as indicated, then discard all sight and explore, leading to this tile. Alley 2. Alley 2. Spooky music, spooky music. There we go. Any more for any more?
Bobby Foster.
You know him. He will be there. And a search token.
Notebook and a pencil have been left on the side of the alley.
In the avenues and alleyways.
And missed at the top.
Spooky.
Is that it? Continue?
Yep. We move space, 1 space into the thing. I've got an action left, so I'm going to have a little chitty chat with this dude.
Bobby Foster digs through and overturns trash can.
Hey Bobby, or what are you doing? Hey Bobby. I don't want to sound too aggressive.
What can I help you with, chum?
A watch was mistakenly delivered to my room, because I've got the watch.
Good. Oh, I was wondering where that delivery had gotten to. I had not heard from the shop about its status. It was my grandfather's, you see. My mother gave it to him when she was just a girl. She passed recently, and I was hoping to memorialise her a little in my first book. The subject makes me a tad maudlin, I'm afraid. Drop it at my room sometime, if you would be so kind.
I've got it now, you bellend. You fucking...
Look, you prick! Take the fucking watch!
Oh, I haven't got an action to ask him what he's doing now either. Cock. But that means he's related to stuff. We can go at any point. We can have a look in the
Journal.
Journal, yeah.
So, we've organised the information on our 6 subjects into dossiers. Each document will be updated and information. So Bobby Foster then.
Bobby is one of your suspects. He's a writer and fellow visitor to Innsmouth. According to Gilman, Bobby can be found downtown or at the docks. Really?
That was
Is that
it.
all the information we have on him?
What does it say on the watch?
You may perform one additional puzzle
No.
step. It's not.
Is there any blurb on it?
No. Just its equipment.
Did it say MM?
I thought the picture said MM, but
What
there was
picture?
something on the picture back at the hotel that had MM in the bottom.
That's right.
But the picture we were like it was.
It was
Like Marjorie
the
Marsh.
picture was the Margaret. We think it's Margaret Marsh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he's probably related to this whole thing now.
Yeah. So that's you done and me done.
Uh-oh.
No.
Your head explodes in fire and badness.
Fuck off, Parker.
Your hand begins to burn.
Moist items.
Hello.
That's you.
Is it fuck?
You.
You.
Object in your hand glows with heat. You instinctively drop it. You notice your hand, which is now scarred by an agonising burn. Suffer 1 face down damage and drop 1 random item. Fuck! Tea leafy little bitch. You wait till I come in your fucking zone. Yeah.
I'm in my zone.
Yeah, I'll fucking hoof something off of ya. Can't see what I'm doing. Can't see what I'm doing. That's the whiskey.
Whiskey. Oh, we were going to give that to Zadok.
I was. Can't now. I dropped it.
Where are you going to pick it up?
Ow, oh, ow, ow, ow. It's the Lord's way of telling me not to drink alcohol.
Well, he's a company. I mean, I could talk to him again. Let's have a little looky up here and see what's up here. Because we can do that without spending actions. Yeah.
Alley 2.
That's where I am. So I can reveal the next area. Oh, it's a big un. The old pier creaks and sways with the tide. Discard the site taking place dock 1 and pier tiles as indicated. Yeah. Pier goes there, and dock 1. Looks like that. Looks like that, in fact.
A pile of dead fish lice forgotten on the pier. You can rub through them, mate.
Cheers, I think.
A woman and a man whisper near the counter of the rundown shack. Group of teenagers are clustered together on the edge of the pier. Push them off. And that's it.
So I can move into them. There was a pen and paper here, wasn't
A
there?
notepad and pen, yeah.
Click on him to see if he's got any more options on him. I have another question for you. He's engrossed with it. I don't know what we're going to learn from him more. You know, I fucking had his pocket watch and he's like, I don't even care. It's fucking here. But a pen and paper sounds information-y. So, 1 to there, and I'll have a search.
A notebook and pencil have been left on the side of the alley. Ooh, you start to take a closer look. Bobby abandons his rummaging to pick up the materials. Oh, you do not want to look at that right now. That's my first draft. It's very rough. Part of my process, really. I could not possibly let you see anything in its current state. Before Bobby carries off his materials, you know that Bobby's notebook looks like it's had several pages ripped from it. Gain 1 clue.
I've got 1 point of move left, so I'll go back to there.
Okay. Now, me, when I'm in there, first action is going to be to see what this is all about. Shelf contains book with odd symbols.
You notice a ribbon bookmark in one of the books. Pulling it out carefully, you flip it open to the marked page. A hole has been carved into the book. An ornate sea-themed amulet lies within. You take it out delicately and feel something engraved on the bottom. Flipping it over, you find a fancy JL has been carved into the back. Gain 1 clue and the cult sigil unique item. Then discard this search token. The investigator holding the cult sigil can review this evidence by interacting with it in the app.
Oh.
So you can go and check that.
Well, I think we ought to, shouldn't we?
Cult sigil.
So what, do I just continue?
Yeah. And then you can go to the app.
So was it in my backpack?
Yep. There it is.
Right.
You found an ornate sea-themed amulet hidden in one of Joyce's books. The back is engraved with a JL.
Have we got any JL in our
Joyce
subjects?
Little. Oh, that's all the information.
Oh,
like literally what we knew.
What we just fucking read. Cocks. That's one action. Oh, and that goes. Well, I might as well pick up the old whiskey again. That's a pretty strong bottle, that one, Gov. Pretty strong bottle. That's everything done.
Yeah.
That's a quick turn. Too quick. Mythos phase.
The ground suddenly gives way, revealing a vast and cavernous emptiness. This mythos effect affects the investigator in an outdoor space. Nope. Oh, me. With the lowest book. Well, that's going to be me. You fall and fall for what seems like an eternity before slamming hard on the bottom of the pitch black pit. Suffer 2 damage. Strength negates. Then the hole simply vanishes and you find yourself back on solid ground once more. So, strength 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on, baby. Say you love me. 5, 6, 7 times.
Well, you nailed that.
You notice the people of Innsmouth are watching you with suspicion and thinly veiled hostility. Their attention only increases as the hazy sun sets. You do not have much time before night falls, and you fear what the denizens of Innsmouth will do. And with the cover of darkness, no immediate effect, it's getting dark. It's night time soon. Oh no.
Right.
Well, can you click on him for me? Because now I've found this pad. I don't know if he gives a shit about me anymore.
No, he's gone becoming engrossed again.
So I'm going to go 1, 2.
Mm-hmm.
I chat to the teenagers or this man and woman
The
having a
whispering
chat?
couple.
Whispering couple, teenagers. I mean, they're just going to
Scare the living shit out of me.
Yeah. A woman whispers to a man near the counter of a rundown shack. Eavesdrop. Can we get out of here already? Can we get out of here already? The man pleads. You know that being by the sea makes me uneasy. The woman leans into the shack looking around. No, I heard the old man say there was money in the snack shack. I want to know what he meant. This place has been closed for years. The man is the first to notice you nearby and he nudges the woman. The two walk away from the shack, feigning a casual air. Discard this person. Ooh, maybe there is something of interest in the snack shack. Place a search token as indicated.
Ooh.
I don't think it's money. I think it's going to be something else. But I've done a move and a thing, so I've got no more actions. Fuck! You don't get enough time.
No. If we go back to her.
Yeah.
1, 2.
Yeah. Good call.
While she's picking up that book. Joyce inspects the damage. Oh no, I sold this to that Foster man a few days ago. How could he have just... Oh, unbelievable.
Bobby Foster, so he left it somewhere. Oh, so you didn't have to move there, because you can click on her whenever, it didn't take you an action.
Oh.
Where were you? There. I mean, yeah.
So...
Unless you want to have a look at that shack up there.
Yeah, so...
2, 3...
Oh, there's this fisherman here.
Yeah.
Oh, there's the...
The problem is, it's almost like they fucking know how many moves you get, and they wank it up. So you really want like a third move.
Yeah.
I think one of the characters has got that. Running around. Oh, it's up to you, man. 1, 2, and 1 to get to him. Right. Because you're there.
Oh yeah.
Because that's a wall, so you go 1, 2 to there.
Oh yeah.
And then 1 to there. Wall,
1, 2.
Either way.
And then, yeah, that's
then
me
the
done.
next turn you can chat to him. Call him a cunt.
Wait, Captain Fish Fingers. Mythos face. Something about the soil seems strange and unnatural. This Mythos events the investigator whose outdoor space with the lowest.
Observation 3.
4.
Uh-oh. That'll be me again.
The soil you stand on is a thin screen that suddenly gives way into a pit of debris. Suffer 3 damage.
Strength +1.
You have a lot of trouble falling into pits, don't you?
Got a lot of trouble. Fucking, I'm already insane. 1, 2, 1 point of damage. And it's face up. Only a flesh wound. No additional effect. Flip it face down.
Coolio. Us. Just do him while we're here then.
Yeah. A fisherman rifles through a satchel, absent-mindedly. Greet. What is that?
What are you looking for?
I was looking for this! The old fisherman pulls out a flag from his bag and offers you a pull. Discard. 1 face down horror. Wicked, he's getting you drunk!
He's trying to take advantage of me.
Yeah, he's going to put his winky in your hoo-ha. How's the stuff? Thanks for the company. The fisherman stumbles off merrily. Discard this person.
He's a happy man.
There's something about the phrase discard this person that just is not something unpleasant about it. So you've now got another action. You can move.
1, 2.
And you can look at that because that's not an action.
Oh, reveal.
Oh, it's a big one.
Oh, bugger.
The dock is sort of battered by the rough sea. A houseboat moored
Ready?
on one side. Oh, where are you coming to me?
Down.
Oh, downwards.
Downwards.
Ah!
The dock has moved.
So that's like a non-Euclidean geometry, isn't it?
Yeah. The dock is battered by a rough sea. A houseboat moored on one side rolls with the waves. Discard this site token and place dock 2 and the houseboat.
I'm on a boat! I'm on a motherfucking boat!
Boats, 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 boats!
Boats! Oh, we love a boat.
We do. Aye. A wet sack slumped on the far end of the dock, called Parker.
Fuck you, cunt.
Houseboat's cabin is shut tight.
Like my vagina.
Zadok Allen leans against the prow of the boat, unaffected by the rough sea.
That's your mate.
That's handy. I've still got the whiskey. I just hope I've got time to get it to him before it gets dark.
What was it? 1, 2. That were your 2 actions. Or 1 action, and then you can chat to him. Oh. And that.
Oh, that'll be next turn, won't it?
Genitals.
So you?
Me. I'm going to 1 to get into the shack because it's not locked.
Yeah.
Going through the back way. And then search.
The shack contains old shelves packed with mouldering boxes. You examine the snack shack for any sign of the money the strange woman spoke of.
Observation 1, 2, 3 plus 1 for my magnifying glass. My glass of magnification! So that's going to be 4 dice. 1, 2, and we'll spend a clue to turn that into 1 so it becomes 3.
1, 2, 3. Confirm. Although you do not find any cash, you do get your hands on something useful. Gain the carbine rifle, common item. Then discard the search token.
Click, clack, bablamo. Guns, guns,
Guns. Guns, guns, guns.
Carbine rifle.
Now you can go out and shoot the teenagers.
Yes. 5 damage.
Unfortunately, that's the end of our turn.
Oh, and I've got an extra move
Yeah.
because I've got a move space left.
Someone did not put that manhole cover back. The Mythos event affects the investigator in an alley or street.
The which we are not.
No. Haha. Can I get to here though?
Yeah. You can just go like 1, 2.
Oh, right, okay. So
Because it's grey, not
1, 2 to there.
and then get him wrecked. Shipwrecked, if you will.
Shipwreck!
Boom!
So, Zadok Allen leans on the prow of the boat. Hey, Zadok!
Me old mucker.
Right, I've got your beer for you. He ignores us, his bloodshot eyes looking over the sea. Zadok, you okay? Looks at you with red-rimmed eyes. You hope you look as sympathetic as you feel.
Make a influence check.
3.
Go on. Did you get any bonuses for
I've
your
got
items?
fucking bonuses all coming. I've got bonuses coming out my schnozzle, mate.
Boners.
Let me just see. I can re-roll one there, and I can convert.
1 for free there as well.
Yeah. So it's once per round, so we'll convert one of those to a star,
Nice.
and then I'm focused, so I'll go. I should convert that to a
And
star.
that gets discarded. Nice.
3. Lot on my mind. What was it you needed again? Oh, I asked if you were okay.
No! Zadok. Zadok
No!
looks out over the choppy waves of the sea. He opens his mouth and closes it. You can discard the whiskey common item to give it to Zadok.
Speak to me, old man.
Give Zadok the whiskey.
Oh, there you go.
Where am I? Zadok takes a long pull from the bottle, then a few more. He sighs and waves the bottle at you. I've been thinking about family, friends. Don't have much of either left. Other one talk to me mostly. Joyce gets on me about the drink. I'm worried something bad is happening. And I'm worried one of them is caught up in it. He wouldn't come to old Zadok for help. No help. I'm so worried. Game on clue.
Okay, so
Othera and
Othera and
Joyce. We haven't met Othera yet, have we? I
No.
think we saw her, but we didn't meet her and get a clue.
Who's Othera?
She was one of the suspects, Othera Gilman.
Yeah, she's the woman at the. She owns the inn.
Yeah, she does. Yeah, she owns the inn.
Oh. So let's just
that's-
check our bag.
Bag of stuff.
Check this.
So Zadok Allen, other suspects. Othera Gilman. Gilman is one of your suspects. She's the proprietor of the Gilman House, the hotel at which you're staying. She can be found in the residential area. Zadok told you that he was worried about the few loved ones he had left. His niece, Gilman, and his friend, Joyce. He believes that one or both of them might be caught up in something bad and they would not come to him for help if so.
So.
It's my go. Can either, well, I can do any of these 3 this turn. There's a big pile of me. There's some teenagers kicking about. And there's something wedged in the sand.
Something washed up on the beach, yeah.
Shall I head over to that?
1,
2, and I'll have a look at this beach thingy.
Strange lump in the sand has caught your attention. Something has washed ashore here. You brush the sand from the object as you step out of the reach of the cold, dark water. Gain the knife common rule.
Oh, and I should have discarded one when I got the carbine rifle, and another one when I get this, whatever it's called, knife.
And that's you then done, isn't it?
It is, yeah. It can cut many things, including monsters. Dun dun dun!
And the investigator phase.
Don't want to.
Mythos phase. Creatures fill the air, wispy and floating aimlessly. This mythos affects agent investigator in the beach.
Sake.
Oh,
It's me every fucking turn. It looks like my luck hasn't changed since we played fucking Rexless this morning, has it?
Trying to catch them is tempting, but the capricious wisps evade capture.
Willpower 2. What's my will? 3. And do I get anything else? No. I need 2 successes. That's going to be 2 clues. If I fail, I suffer 2 face down horror and become dazed. Well, fuck it. I'll spend a couple of clues to change those into elder signs.
Okay, so you've passed it. So the tiny beings fade from existence. Oof, back to us.
You've been smoking crack on the beach. I think I'm going to go 1 and then have a look in this shack. Now I've still got 1 move left. A shack made of warped grey wood trembles in the seaside wind.
The door swings open easily. The shack is mostly filled with driftwood and debris. Discard this explore token and then place a search token here instead. Me.
Continue.
Oh, continue.
Move 1 space. I can't search it because I don't have an action yet until next turn.
Well, seeing as he's fairly friendly at the moment,
Look at him and see.
might have a little look-see here.
Yeah, good idea.
Door's cabin is sealed tight. You give the brass fixture a last futile shake, but the door does not open.
It doesn't cost you an action to do that.
No.
Do you want to click on him to see if he's got any more options? Get going now. No.
No. So in that case, it's going to be 1, 2.
Yeah. Or 1 to there, because you can just.
Oh yeah, come across
that,
there.
and then that gives you an action on a move point left. A wet sack slumps on the dock. Oh. Dozens of dead eyes stare up at you, mouths gaping upward. The stench of the slimy grey skin revolts you. Flip 1 horror face up, which you don't have, right? Under all the fish bodies, you find something interesting. Gain the flare gun common item. Then discard this thingy.
And then I will get a
Flare gun.
last move. Oh dear.
I'm looking at the wrong pile of stuff, that's why.
Ooh, place a fire in a space within range.
I'm slightly concerned that we haven't been in any combat at all, and yet we're finding all these weapons.
Shush! Shush! I'm done, you're done.
Done, done, done! Oh, fuck off! Preston Fairmont's limbs are wrenched into impossible angles by an invisible force. Suffers 4 damage, strength +1 negates. Jesus.
Oh, I'm glad you're getting them and not me.
Fucked hard. Strength +1 is 5 dice. 1. I'll spend my last clue to do 2. That's going to be 2 damage through, and they're proper damage, so... First one's a minor injury, so I don't have to worry about that. The next one is a minor injury.
Oof.
I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 2 more and then I'm wounded.
Okay, so continue. Night is coming. You'll not be able to conduct your investigations in the dark. It might be wise to review your evidence you have gathered during the day. No immediate effect.
So this is what, another turn or 2, I think?
Turn, possibly. 1 to there. You hear an off-key humming within.
Oh. The office within contains a squat man doing paperwork, humming absent-mindedly. Discard this explore token, place a person token.
I can move 1 space into the explored area. Hello.
There it is. Some person.
Some geezer in blue.
There we go. Get the right one. you haven't got an action to speak with him. Although click on him because it might not be an action. Yeah, man ignores you. You can greet him, but it's an action, so cancel. And then I'll have a look at this thing. The shack is mostly filled with piles of driftwood and debris. You push aside some of the larger pieces, but find nothing of use. Deciding to make do with what you have found, you pick up the sturdiest looking piece of wood. Getting the do-before item.
Ah, the good old holy 2x4.
Yeah. Okay. And then I've got an action left. Oh, that's gone. I guess I'll come back this way. Go 1, 2.
That's it.
I don't know if we get another turn. Do we get another turn? Do we? Just one more turn, please. Oh, I return to Gilman House with the horrible certainty that you've learned all you could. Clear the board. Tonight you hardly sleep, tormented by all you have learned in the misty town of Innsmouth. Each investigator suffers 3 face-down horror. Fuck this game.
1, 2, 3.
That's the discard pile. Unos, dos, tres. Right, face down on me. Wibble! You're able to shake the conviction that something terrible is coming. There's little time left to stop it. Where will you continue this investigation?
There is only one place left for us to go.
There is.
A residential area. Many of the houses you've seen in Innsmouth have been run down or abandoned. You wander the streets until you find a section that seems mostly habitable. Mostly. Place street corner 1, yard 1 and park pond.
What's that? That's that. Street corner 1, yard 1 and park pond. Choo-choo, motherfuckers! Right. Park pond. Yonder. Street corner 1 and yard 1. And both singles. Oh. Yard 1 looks to be that way round, and street corner 1 looks to be that way round. Here we go. Maybe there.
The fog is thick even here, settling between the buildings and obscuring them. A patch of flowers have been snapped and bent. Front door to a large brick house has an ornate knocker on it.
Giggly.
Several children play in the park. Odd shape in the murky waters of the pond. Body. View to green of the lawn continues into the fog. Yep, and one up there. Oh.
Perhaps you would like to go and speak to the children whilst I check this building.
As you wish, mister.
Poor blimey, apples and
1,
pears.
2.
You.
Several children play in the park. Let's say hello to them. See if they
Use your ritual dagger to knife the children.
The children, oh, yeah, go read it.
The children do not stop their play, but the rules of the game seem to change. Whilst most of the children splash around in the pond, they occasionally emerge to chase the other children on land,
Oh my
shouting
god!
terrible words in a made-up language.
Oh!
When they catch the children on land, they pantomime unsettling violence, suffer 2 face-down horror, will negates. Savage play stops soon after your discomfort sets in.
1. Change that to 1. It's 2.
Yeah. The children disperse wordlessly, leaving you alone in the park. Gain 1 clue, then discard this person.
That's
Oh, they're pretending to be deep,
Deep
ones.
ones.
How
Oh.
cute.
not cute. Not good.
Well, I'll go up to the door and explore the door.
Ornate Docker, you're going to knock or enter.
Oh.
Mm.
Well, I've been playing it polite
You
so
are
far.
very polite.
So... After a long moment, the door swings open to reveal a maid standing in a hall. Discard the explore token and place the hall end tile. Voila. Well just made. Blocks your way into the house. Place a person as indicated.
Padlock hangs the door to the left. There's a door to the right.
Oh, that goes.
Papers are scattered around a desk.
Yes, how can I help you? I'm here to see Miss Marsh. Let's blag that and see if it works. The maid looks unsure. Influence, which is my best stat. 5 dice.
Look, dearie.
Oh, no, guns. I've got no clues. Come on, don't be a cock. 1. I'll re-roll one with my lucky rabbit's foot. Yeah, 1.
1.
Lame. I think you're a bit of a twat. The maid's wide eyes are unimpressed. I'll let Miss Marsh know of your arrival. She disappears into the door on your right and you hear the sound of low voices. The maid shuffles back into the hall. Miss Marsh will see you. She gestures you into the hall. I think that was move 1 space into the explored area. Boop. I've got 1 point of move left. But I don't have an action as such. So I'll stay where I am ready so I can go that way next turn.
Okay. So.
Fucking hell.
Dum.
You suddenly notice the sound of crickets has stopped, leaving only unnerving silence. No immediate effect.
Catching. Right, before you get to the good stuff, we're going to do a reveal over there.
Yep.
To see what we get. A glass conservatory looms out of the mist, so we'll reveal that.
Okay.
Dun, 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 dun.
Looks like it.
Flower beds surround a small conservatory. Door to the conservatory has a shiny gold handle. If only we had a gold key.
I believe you... Oh, that's the wrong one, isn't it? It's one of those.
Some freshly turned dirt in the flower bed.
Body.
Yep. But then again, these plants have been trampled as well.
Mm. I mean, she's shady as fuck, right?
Oh yeah, flagstones come loose in the path.
What other body? That's it.
That's it.
They haven't done a move.
No. So
You
we
haven't done an
go.
action at all, have you?
I haven't done anything yet. So I can go straight to that to unlock it if it's locked, or I can check these as we go.
It's up to you, man. Like they say,
I'm
always
getting-
split the party.
I'm getting a distinct distrust of water. I'm not going near that fucking pond. So 1, 2 to here, and then we'll check this to see if it is what we think it could be.
The door to the conservatory has a shiny gold handle with a small keyhole just beneath. You can explore only if you have the gold key unique item, which you do. Rows of potted plants clutter the conservatory. Some empty pots appear to have been hastily pushed aside. Discard this explore token, place a search token as indicated. You move one space into the explored area. You can have a rummage at that next turn. Meanwhile, I'm going to go through... I'm going to explore first.
Back at the ranch, Tonto gets his knob shot off.
A solid wooden door leads from the hall into Miss Marsh's office. Explore. That sounded ominous. A door leads to an office full of odd statuettes and paintings. Discard this explore token, place the study tile as indicated.
We all know Cthulhu's and studies don't go together.
Study. Tway bound. Yes. Yes. Spooky. There
Miss
she is,
Marsh
the
sits at a
fucking
desk
bitch.
taking notes out of a large tome. One of the paintings is a portrait of a much younger Sylvia Marsh. You may move one space into this explored area.
Fucking hell. I've only got one action left. They fucking do it on purpose to piss me off, don't they?
Well, there's that.
Well, I'll have a look at this then, and then I'll talk to her next turn. One of the paintings on the wall is portrait, blah blah blah, searchy search. Miss Marsh notices the object of your study. A relative painted that for me long ago. The Marsh family has a habit of producing talent that ascends normalcy. Gain one clue, then discard. That might be handy.
That's it. Ooh. Don't really want to.
Your face melts. Without watching where you were going, you stumble upon a sheer cliff.
As you do.
This mythos affects the investigator in an outdoor space with the lowest eyeball.
Phew.
No, it's neither of us. Noon.
Right. Do your shiz, dude.
Yeah, I guess so. One to move into there, and one to have a little chitty chat. Sylvia Marsh sets down her pen, her lips pursing. Yes? Ask Miss Marsh about herself. Have you noticed anything strange lately?
Would you like to date a millionaire?
I'll ask her about herself. I feel that she's the sort of person who would enjoy speaking of herself. Well, I'm a Marsh. That commands a lot of respect. Not that you would understand anything about respect. My family is the reason this town stays afloat. We built the town's refinery, you see, where most of Innsmouth income is made. We control the wealth and the health of Innsmouth. You should not forget that. That was more about the Marsh family than about you. Do you really think the Marsh family are good for Innsmouth? Top one. It's more about the Marsh family than about you. My dear, there is nothing more important than being a Marsh in Innsmouth.
She called you dear.
She did. Can I talk to her again? I mean, I haven't got the action now, but I can talk to her next turn. For fuck's sake.
So
It's giving me an influence of 5, and I'm like, hey, when it comes to talking to people, I'm all about it. No fucking influence rolls to make at all. Apart from one I fail at. Some shit.
Because it was made. Right, let's check where we're here. Some of the pots appear to have been hastily pushed aside. Shift around some of the pots and find a useful gardening tool. Gain the shovel. Okay, well, thank you very much. Just what I need, a shovel. It's great for burying bodies with.
Shovel. Digging holes is just one of its many uses.
So now I can explore there, can't I?
Yeah. This door is locked. It would likely catch unwanted attention to try and pick it.
So, in that case, I've still got moves. I have a shovel, and this has been freshly dirtied move, hasn't it?
Yeah,
Dirtied
totally.
move. 1, 2, that'd be...
So you can have a little diggy dig. You are a dwarf and you're digging a hole.
Diggy, diggy hole, dig, dig a hole. Oh god, that's the end of my turn.
Yeah, I know, right?
Shit.
And the investigator phase. Wendy Adams has lost her way, suddenly desperate for a familiar landmark or clue to her location. Suffers 2 face-down horror, observation negates, and then flips 2 face-up.
4, please. Dun, dun, dun.
Spooky music,
1.
spooky music. Can't you turn one for free because you're a lucky cigarette case?
Yep.
Fuck me.
2. Oh, and he needed 2.
Yeah.
Oh well.
And then you flip 2 horror face up.
2 horror face up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh dear, hold on. So, you whimper as your mind rejects the impossible. Resolve immediately. Suffer 1 additional face down horror for each spell you have. Then flip this card face down. I have 1 spell. And it was flip 1 other, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Steely resolve. You swallow your fear and take a deep breath. Resolve immediately. Become focused. Then flip this card face down.
Fuck. Well, now you know. No, you've still got the key.
Oh.
You just need it to open that door. Well, you know which one to keep turning over, don't you, when it comes to, say, flipping a thing next. Yeah.
Well, can you flip anyone?
Yeah.
So, shall I just dig in this hole?
Dig a hole. You are a dwarf.
Diggy
You
dig.
upset the freshly planted seeds in the earth, but find nothing strange. As you pat the flower seeds back into place, everything feels more normal than it has in days. Discard 1 horror. Jesus Christ. I'm going to talk to this task
Hold
again.
on, I've still got my bloody movers yet. Gotta go to there. So you're talking to her again, are you?
Mm-hmm. Have you noticed anything strange lately?
Strange? Perhaps the visitors always believe Innsmouth to be strange.
Oh, fuck you then. Right. On to you fucking slut. I will shoot her with one of my many guns. Ack.
Oh, that's us done, isn't it?
Yep.
Oh, shit. I was waiting for a monster or something.
Preston Fairmont tries to speak, but instead, all of his teeth fall out, one by one, until he screams himself awake. Preston Fairmont suffers 1 horror.
Oh.
Minor shock. It's the flesh wound of the horror cards, where it doesn't do anything special. Flip it face down.
Suffers 1 horror, it's not...
Yeah, but it's always,
Oh.
unless it says face down, it's assumed to be face up.
Oh,
no!
People are getting a bit twitchy.
God.
Fuck.
What's that search token in my space?
That is some papers. Torn journal. Didn't Thingy have some pages torn out of his journal?
Yes, search that, my bad boy.
You try to surreptitiously gather the papers while the maid dusts a table.
Agility 4. That's
Come on, be useful.
I'm useful at taking all the damage.
Oh yeah.
1, 2,
2.
2. You successfully collect the papers without drawing the maid's attention. Gain the old journal, unique item, then discard this search token. The investigator holding the old journal can read it by interacting with it in the app. Yes. Old journal. Old journal. I've still got an action, yeah, so let's have a look at it. These pages appear to have been ripped from a journal. You can attempt to put the pages back together by using law as an action.
What's your law?
2. I've got no clues. Well, I can keep it for a bit until I can generate some clues, perhaps. So I'll cancel, and I'll go 1, 2 into that space, and then open up this just to see what's there. Oh, and I get rid of a face down horror when I get an item, which is nice.
You can reveal, and reveal is...
Street 2 and Yard 2. That's handy, Harold. Stick it up your pooper. There, right?
Okay. We've got a dented trash can has been set out in front of the house. Detective Blake sits in a lawn chair at the edge of the street reading the paper. A fire pit looks like something that's recently been burnt there. Neat stone walk leads up to the house.
Not that we're going to get a chance to look at any of this stuff. That's me done. Can you just click on this to see what it is? Because it will mind myself.
That's trampled flowers.
Ah, yeah.
Okay, so me, I'm going to check this bit of out of place stone. So the flagstones come loose from the path. With some effort, you can try to pry up the large stone.
Strength.
Of the pig. 3.
Oh, that's not great. Get a reroll from somewhere, right?
From somewhere.
From my lucky rabbit's foot.
Reroll on dice. Well, I can turn that into a 1
Yep.
by using the cigarette lighter. And that's it.
It's 1. You can try again, I guess, if you want to.
Try again. I'm so weak because I'm just a little girl.
That's 2.
2.
You've used your reroll, didn't you?
2, yeah.
Oh! Charred rune stones have been concealed under this flagstone. They've been placed carefully in a small circle. Gain 1 clue and the ritual components unique item. Then discard this search token. You can review the evidence of the ritual components. Spookiness.
So that's...
Yum num shivai.
Yum num shivai. Num num shivai. Let's have a little look, see.
You found charred rune stones under a flagstone in the residential area.
That's all you're going to fucking use, cocks.
Well, she's shady as fuck, isn't she?
Who is this woman? Yeah, of course she fucking is.
Right.
Right.
You should just shoot her.
I'm done. You're done.
Regretfully, yes.
Dun 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 dun.
Walls seem to close in around you. This mythos event.
None of us.
Each investigating an alley or hall. Woo!
Cool.
Should I just 1-2 over to that door? 2. Or speak to Detective Blake?
I do not know.
I think I'm going to go over to the door and do some schmoozing.
Go on in.
1-2.
Neat stone walk leads up to a well-kept house. Knock or sneak?
Well, it's getting dark, and I feel that we are pressed for time. I think I will try to sneak into the house.
Ooh. He's open the door gently and slip into the house without a sound. Agility!
Agility's a good thing. Do agility, he says. 1, 2, oh, but it's just 1, isn't it? Because I'll change them with my clue. Oh, wank. 1. Oh, apparently 1's enough. You open the door. A surprised Gilman stands in the house's entry hall. She relaxes when she recognises you. Place the interior hall and Gilman. She's a Gilman waiting in the sky.
Always round each other's houses, everyone in this town, isn't they?
Interior hall. Is that right?
Yep.
Ah, that way. Yeah. It's because the thing's open.
Yeah, I know.
It's
A bit
the same.
silly that. Okay.
Oh, and she is Gilman.
Gilman crosses her arm sternly. Do you never learn to knock? You give a girl a heart attack barging in unannounced like that. For shame! I'm quite cross with you.
Oh, sorry, babes.
Open door reveals a small bedroom dominated by a large thingamajig. Next. Closed door leads to the kitchen. Several shelves can be used as a barricade.
One space. Hello, dear. Let's have a chat, assuming I get more than one turn to speak to you.
Mm-hmm. That's it, isn't it? Or was that?
Yeah. Because I did a move
I just
and then a chat, and she let me in.
and I done the thing, didn't I?
Yeah, you dug the hole. Yeah, you must have done. Warm rain passes through for just a moment. This mythos effect affects each investigator with 4 or more observation.
Morning.
That's you, isn't it? You realise the rain's tiny mist-like droplets of blood suffer one face-down horror.
Bollocks.
What do you want to do?
Well, I'm going to go check the pond.
Okay,
So move me to pond.
onto there. And poke the body with your...
Yeah.
With
So
your
odd
spade.
shaped and murky shallows. What's it going to be? What's it going to be?
You wade into the pond and thrust your hands into the dark waters.
No, I'd rather
The
not.
object appears to be stuck in the mud. Strength test.
I would rather not. Thank you very much. 1.
You got a reroll from that. Nothing. You suck all the balls.
1.
You feel the object start to give. So you probably need 2 or 3, but you've got 1 of them, so you can try again next turn.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's me to chat to Gilman.
Where are you? You're going to be going into there. So Gilman.
Well, are you going to apologise? I will apologise to Gilman. Attempt to apologise with at least the illusion of sincerity.
Smarm roll.
Smarm roll. Smarmin's mug jam. Smarmus Maximus! 1, 2. Oh, fucking no clues though, wank. But 2s should be okay. He says. Well, I suppose I can forgive you. No use holding on to grudges, and there are enough empty houses around here that you could not have known this one was mine. Just be more mindful in the future, alright? Talk to her again, if she's got a thing. So what are you finding most interesting about Innsmouth? The docks, the downtown, or here, the residential area? The downtown, I think.
Really?
I mean, or here. Here? The docks, I don't know that she's going to know much about the docks.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Residential? Well, I would not live here if I did not like it. Still, I've been latching my doors carefully lately. There have been a few break-ins and such around here. Not at all usual for the town, but I suppose every place hits a rough spot every once in a while. You get 9 clues.
You get now.
Got no actions left either.
Ah.
You trying to find this definitely body?
I've done it, haven't I? I've already done my action.
Yeah. The cobblestones underfoot are rounded and uneven from time's passage, or perhaps malicious assemblage. This affects the investigator in an alley or street, which
None
is
of us.
neither of us.
Woohoo! And we're good to go.
Yes.
Right. Let's do this again. So...
I am a dwarf and I'm digging a hole, digging a hole, digging a hole.
1, 2, and I can turn that one to 3 with...
Your cigarette case.
In the cigarette case. And that would be tapped. So that's 3.
Boom. You set your feet in the mud and pull hard until the object dislodges. Gain the crowbar, common item, then discard the search token. Whoop!
Yay.
Crowbar.
Caw-caw!
I'm sure there's a joke about a crowbar.
Right. And then I can move.
Yes.
1, 2. Yeah. You, my dear.
She got chat options. She's done now. It's rather nice to have a real chat with a guest. But you really ought to be taking the sights. My house is not really the place to see town. You understand? Oh, can you tell me about our hotel guests, Mayor? Can you tell me about your neighbours?
Or do I hear that teapot boiling?
Do I hear a teapot boiling?
Because that's going to get her away and you into here.
Yeah, I guess so. Gilman looks at you strangely. I don't hear anything. You must try and convince her with your smarming.
Smarm attack.
Maximum smarmage.
All of the smarm. Or in fact, none of the smarm.
One smarm.
If only you had an item that you could like change one of those.
Eat my poo. No, I really don't hear anything. You feeling alright? No, could I possibly bother you for a glass of water? Gilman looks concerned. Oh.
Smarm again.
-1.
-1. Ooh.
1, 2, 3.
All of the smarm.
Yes, of course. I'll be back in a moment. Gilman ducks into the door at the end of the hall. Remove Gilman from the board. Smarm,
Dun,
smarm,
dun,
smarm, and I
dun.
can pick this lock and try and get into her secret rooms.
No, she's gone round to here.
I think she went through here. You
Oh,
can't
did
go
she?
through these doors, but they still exist.
What do these dudes say?
This is
Alarm armoire
armoire.
dominates the room.
And that is...
Do I need to another bedroom in the house? Yeah, I'm going to try and explore a bedroom. I can't now because I've got actions, but... Fuck, it's going to take me an action to move there, then an action to get in, and then I can look at it properly next turn. Fuck this game. The last day before the ritual is swiftly drawing to a close. You should take the time given you to review your evidence for the difficult task ahead of you. Here in Innsmouth, you've sought 2 cultists on the site of a heinous ritual, and tomorrow you will put your knowledge to the test.
Whoa, shit. Well, there's definitely been something going on here.
Oh yeah.
Definitely something going on here. I found the ritual components that were buried. They were probably burnt in the fire pit.
Night is coming. You will not be able to conduct your investigation in the dark. Might be wise to review your blah. No immediate effect. A spell leaps unbidden into your mind. This mythos effect I've got will 3.
Oh, will 3.
So we roll randomly, or we choose. All right. I'll let them continue with me. You attempt to decipher the spell. Law 1. If you pass, you realise casting it would be a terrible idea. If you fail, the words you mumble somehow twist into the air and turn to writhing, shadowy tethers affixed to every limb. Suffer 3 horror and become restrained.
Oh dear.
I've got a law of 2.
Oopsie. Come on.
I've got no clues
You're
to spend.
shit.
I suffer 3 horror. Sorry, mate. 1, 2, 3, and then I have to resolve them, and I become restrained. You cannot move voluntarily at the end of your turn. Discard this card. But I have to start off my horror. First one, minor shock, no additional effect. Fit face down.
Oh, you're going insane, aren't you?
Yep. Minor shock, no additional effect, face down. Minor shock, no additional effect, face down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm all out of love.
I'm so lost without you.
That is it, isn't it? Because that one, when did I get that? An old journal. That was a while ago. I've gone insane and I'm eliminated. Wibble!
Shit.
Ah! Blah! Blah!
Right, so it's all up to me.
I've got a feeling that this is going to be a recurring theme that I have to work my way through all of the other fucking characters whilst miraculously Wendy Adams stays alive.
So me,
Oh,
one action to move to
fuck's
there.
sake.
Do this. Patch of flowers has been snapped and bent.
Where was I? I was there.
Something's been dropped among the flowers. Gain the machete common item.
Fucking hell.
So I've moved. I've found that. That's the end of my action though.
Return to the Gilman house to review your evidence. Clear the board. You stay up late into the night discussing possibilities with yourself. Each more terrible than the last. Each investigator flips all of his or her horror face up. An investigator that's not on the board cannot drop possessions.
Flips them all face up.
Mm-hmm.
Suffer one additional face down horror for each spell you have. Next. Steely Resolve. Become focused. I'm already focused. Then flip this card face down.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and that one goes flipped down as well. This one. Your heart races and your breath catches in your throat. No additional effect. Flip this card face down. This one then flips up. No additional effect. And then last one. No additional effect. 2, 5. Using the knowledge you've gathered during your investigation, you must decide the best way to prevent the ritual. You can either follow a suspect cultist or go directly to the ritual's location. If you follow a suspect, a cultist could not help but lead you to the ritual site. If you go straight to the location, the cultist who has figured out your true mission in Innsmouth might have changed his or her plans. Which do you choose?
What you can do?
Well, we don't technically know the...
Suspected cultist. We don't really know where the ritual location is.
Yeah, exactly. So we're going to I'm going to have to try to attempt to follow a cultist.
Mm-hmm. You must determine which of your suspects you plan on following today. If you choose correctly, they will surely lead you to the ritual site. Zaid O'Callaghan, Detective Blake, Bobby Foster, or another suspect. Uthera Gilman, Joyce Little, Sylvia Marsh. I know who I'd pick.
I know who I'd pick. Joyce Little.
Okay. You've chosen to follow Joyce Little, is this correct?
Because there's this cult stone.
Yeah, that's true. I was going to say Sylvia Marsh because she's clearly mental. You follow your suspect through the decrepit streets of Innsmouth. The fog helps conceal your presence but also hides your target from time to time. It does not take long for the suspect to lead you somewhere interesting, but you quickly lose your target amongst the rundown houses in the residential area of Innsmouth. Place the street corner, Yard 1 and Park Pond, which is Stokes, right? So the residential going back to here. We can just shuffle those out a bit, can't we?
All on my own. You can start pressing buttons while I cry.
Place Street 2 and Yard 2 is indicated.
There's a monster, I'm running away. I'm throwing all of my items at it and running the fuck away.
There's a conservatory.
You can pull that away on me.
All end. all the places. Fortunately, this was nice and easy to reset. Interior hall. That's there. You are there. You race towards the residential neighbourhood, your feet pounding against the slick cobblestone streets. Each boarded up house you pass seems to conceal an unknown danger, and you find mossy lawns and uneven streets curiously bereft of Innsmouth residents, as your investigators indicated. Oh, you arrived finding the air pulsating with an unknown power. Strange shouts and chants echo through the buildings. This must be the site of the ritual. Place interact tokens as indicated. Sorry, indicate there, and there. The detective looks you once over. Looks like I should have been more persuasive when I told you to leave things in Innsmouth be. We can take care of our own. Let me show you our true power before we show the world's Innsmouth's true power. Spawn a priest of Dagon as indicated. This is Detective Blake. This monster does not activate this round. Detective Blake. I would not have picked him. But then we didn't spend a lot of time with him, did we? Oh dear, you really should not have come to Innsmouth, Joyce sighs, then rolls up her sleeves. But now that you are here, I'm going to need to take care of you. I have learned too much from tomes, too dangerous to be stopped by you now. We will raise our army, spawn a child of Dagon as indicated. This is Joyce Little. The monster does not activate this round. Child of Dagon! Whipple!
Bollocks!
A sinister being channels the magic of the ritual. Spawn a cultist as indicated. This monster does not activate this round. A sinister being channels the bar and cultist.
But I'm just a wee girl.
Well, shit. A man flees past you, clutching at greying skin and crying out in agony. Recognising the power of the arcane symbol is already at work, you know merely killing the cultist would not stop it now. You must dispel the runic circles that drive the ritual to completion before it is too late. Each investigator must resolve a horror check against the monster within range with the highest horror rating. After all horror checks have been resolved, tap the end phase button to continue. So, they're all 1, 2, 3, so they're all in range. And who's got the highest horror? It will be one of these. So, horror 3, do you want to say this one because it's closest?
Mm-hmm.
So, that is the Priest of Dagon. Resolve horror check. Confirm. Detective Blake whispers sotto voce. Very quietly. The words are foreign to you, but they find root in the deepest recesses of your mind. Suffered 2 horror. Law plus 1 negates.
Law plus 1. No. 1, 2.
There you go. Continue. Isn't that right?
Mm-hmm.
And the mythos phase. Oh, they don't activate. Yeah. So where do you want to go?
So there's 3 things I've got to try and get to.
A large circle of runes is carved into the ground. They move and shift in ways your eyes can't quite follow. If you have the Cult Sigil unique item, you may perform 3 additional puzzle steps whilst attempting this puzzle. So they're puzzles.
Shit. Can I attempt them while someone's in it though?
That is a good question. I don't see why not.
I can't
If you
go
want to move through
across
them,
the
you
correct line.
No. If you want to move through this cultist, you're going to have to make an evade check.
No, so we're going to go... How'd you do an evade check?
Let's find out. Evading. Sorry that I've gone mad.
Bastard.
It was just that fucking... Oh, you suffer 3 horror. Was fuck I can do about that. Evade.
Oh dear.
If you're trying to move out of a space, or perform any action other than the attack or move action, you make an evade check. Determine the monster, and then we'll click on it and press evade.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to be going 1, 2.
Okay,
So
into this one.
Yeah, I can't mess around. I've got to try and dodge past them all.
So
And
1 to here, and then attempt to evade that cultist, which is the normal one. Monstery things, I think. Yeah, and that is that one. Evade. So an evade check, confirm. The cultist harasses you with a series of quick blows. Suffer 2 face down damage. Agility +1.
+1 negates, so I'm on agility of 5.
+1 is 6. So you want an extra dice after this.
How many do I need? 2.
Here's 1. You've got another dice. And another one. If you suffer 2 damage, the assault is relentless forfeit your action. So continue. That gets you to here. Now you can try and do the puzzle.
Let's do it. Let's have a little look. See.
Well, you've got to now evade him
As well.
Okay.
1, 2,
So
5.
that's this guy. Evade. So an evade check. The cultist harasses you.
Same again.
Same again. Yeah.
Go away.
It's 1.
1.
Got another
Is it
dice.
+1?
+1, yeah. You can.
I'll turn one of those in
Yep.
to do that. So I've got 2.
Job's a good one. Continue. Anyone here, right? A large circle of runes is on the ground. They move in shifting ways. Dispel the runic circle. Strange forces that drive the ritual prod your mind, alien and uncomfortable. If you can withstand this assault, you might be able to dispel the power here. Tap to attempt the puzzle using will.
Will 3.
And you're at +3 because you've got the thing.
The
Stone.
The stone. What?
Yeah.
That's it.
That gives you +3.
Come on, what we got? Oh, it's this again. How
So you get. How many moves is that? 6 moves.
6 moves. So where do we look? Where do we look?
I think.
That looks the centre thing.
There's no like picture, is there?
No. Oh, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Okay, so this has got a half a circle bit here, so that connects to that.
And that connects to that. Those two are connected.
Right. Is that a?
Is that the middle?
That connects to there. So if that's the middle, if it's the middle, we know that will connect to here.
Oh.
Or will it? It has to because of that.
I think that one is that corner, and that one should be there, and that one should be there.
And that one below it?
You can only like switch them orthogonally with each other. You can't just
Oh,
move them
right.
all around.
So now we need that one here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and those 3 are connected. And they need to go like down here somewhere.
Yeah, because this is here. This needs to come down again. It's not enough.
You've got most of them. You just need these 3 to be where they are.
I'm out of moves though.
Alright. You can spend clues on moves.
Can you?
You can. Yeah, because it's an action, but you're going back to it with the things that you did, so that's fine, I think.
So I just spend them, do I?
You just spend them for extra moves, yeah.
So 1. How the hell do I get them though? I need... This one comes down to where? Over here, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Where does this bastard go?
I think there.
So I need to get you down across. Bear with, people, bear with. Where's this one go? Down
Yeah, that corner
here.
there.
Shit, oh, that's 2 extra moves, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I've got 1, 2 left.
No, it's that corner in the middle.
One. I better do it. That's 1. And there's 1 more clue.
Well, then you just need those 2.
Yeah.
And that's all the clues spent, right? And you've got 1 more potential thing to do it with. And you've got nothing that you can convert into clues or anything.
No, so that's that.
And is that you done?
Done.
Isn't it? Oh god. In the investigator phase.
Boo.
When the scream begins, you believe it to be a human being crying out in fear. By the time the last echoes die, you can only conclude it is some sort of wild beast far closer than you would like. Each investigator suffers 1 face-down horror.
6.
Detective Blake moves up to 2 spaces to be within range of as many investigators as possible. Then it attacks the investigator in range within the lowest thing. So he will move to here.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he's already in range of you.
Is it?
Yes, range is 3 spaces.
Alright.
So I guess he'll stay where he is because he's already in range of you.
So he attacks.
Monster attacks. Detective Blake smiles and makes a series of strange gestures. You gird yourself for a horrible spell, but instead your foe throws a knife at you. Observation 2.
Dirty. 4. 3.
If you pass, you realise the ruse just in time, and the blade hardly touches you. Suffer 1 face down damage. Joyce Little moves 2 spaces towards the nearest investigator. Then it attacks the investigator in its space with the lowest strength.
Oh,
The
bags.
monster attacks. With a 2-wide grin, Joyce Little lumbers at you. Strength 2.
2.
Mm-hmm.
2.
If you pass, you wrestle Joyce Little to the floor. Yeah, fine.
Okay.
The cultist moves up to 2 spaces to be in a square with as many investigators as possible, and it attacks each investigator in the space. Comes into you. Not looking good, is it?
No.
The cultist swings a staff wildly about with great fervour and little skill. Suffer 2 face down damage. Agility negates.
1, 2, how many?
Yeah, you're easy.
Oh, I'm used to that.
The cultist moves 2 spaces towards the nearest investigator. It attacks you in the space with the lowest strength, which is already in you. The cultist comes in low and lifts you into the air. Agility 2.
1, 2, 3.
You're fine. Yeah, you're all good. Each investigator must resolve a horror check against the monster within range with the highest horror rating. After all horror checks have been resolved, blah 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 blah. So we'll do it with her this time because she's got horror of 3. Let me double check that that is the horror. Look at the right thing.
Been abandoned.
Not abandoned, just left to fend for yourself. Yeah, it's horror.
Abandoned.
Just, proving that you can do anything you set your mind to because you're a strong, independent woman.
Dude, this is the 1920s.
Joyce Little leans back and lets forth a series of echoing croaks. Willpower 2.
Oh dear. Roll an additional die when a monster is attacking you.
This is a horror check.
3. 3 things. I can convert 1 to a thingy.
And then you're focused as well.
And I'm focused, so I can turn another one into a thingy.
And that'll be a pass.
And that's a pass. Phew.
Do I have to put that I died? Investigator eliminated. I should have done that. Sorry. The game ends at the end of the next investigator phase.
Oh.
Oh. Which would be like now because I've investigated, right? End game.
Yeah, because that was the next phase. Yeah.
The ground shakes. Countless slimy-skinned creatures shamble down every road and avenue. The horrific creatures that were once townspeople converge on you. The stench of rotting fish fills your nostrils as you're surrounded. You struggle desperately, but find no purchase against their slippery skin. Their unblinking eyes show no mercy. You unleash a mindless scream. Then all is darkness.
The end. Oh, we did a fail.
Dun,
Dun,
dun. Oh
You
man!
were doing so well up until that last point when it just went, here's all the horror! Right away.
Here's all the horror and here's all the monsters and there's one of you. Enjoy!
And annoyingly, I had that carbine rifle, so I was just really like...
Close! So very, very close.
And of course the super advantage is that next time we play it, it will be different people who are the bad guys. And it will be, in theory, it should play differently. I mean, obviously we haven't played the same thing more than once, but it should play differently.
Oh, so close!
Oh, that's frustrating.
I just didn't have enough clues to get the...
No, and I kept making those rolls and I was getting clue things for days and didn't have any clue tokens.
What an absolute pig.
Yeah.
But what an awesome game.
Love it. The end. You suck.
So close.
Just double check what the new games... Did we have 1 or 2 different more ones that we could do? Side of Eternity was the first one we did.
Escape from Innsmouth is the one we just tried.
No, that was Rising Tide.
Oh, that's right.
Then there's Escape from Innsmouth.
Yeah.
And then after that is Shattered Bonds, which is difficulty 5.
So we've got a couple more we can still do.
Yeah.
Hard work, innit?
Yeah, I love it.
But such a good game.
Yeah, I really like the app, actually. I wasn't sure if I would, but I think it's wicked. That
Yeah.
hidden knowledge, which normally in games is done by like, oh, just draw a random card. But somehow it feels more story-based, you know?
Yeah. We're going to have to look at getting the expansion-y things next.
Yeah, I don't know. Some of them are out of print, I think, at the moment. But if you have them at home, people, send them to us, because we want them.
We want them. So yeah, that's your... Where are you all? Oh, you're up
That's
there.
onions, as we say in the business.
That's it. That's Mansions of Madness, and that was a tough one. So very, very close. You have to join us again next time to see when we try again.
Yeah.
So there you go. Hope you enjoyed that. We certainly did. It's going to give me bad dreams all night.
Yay!
Yeah, the full Fishman.
Oh, Fishman. Good times.
By the way, the kids were playing it in the
Yeah,
pond.
pretend to be deep ones. That was wicked.
So there you go.
Well done picking Joyce, by the way. I would have picked Sylvia Marsh and I would have been wrong. We would have failed.
Yeah. That's why I'm good and you aren't. But
That's
we're both
true.
dead, so it doesn't matter.
That's true.
So guys, remember that you can...
Help us in the
one thing you can do...
comments down below.
Yep, the one thing you can do is...
Don't forget to like and subscribe if you liked it. Want to subscribe if you don't like it and don't want to subscribe. You don't have to like and subscribe, but we would like it if you liked and subscribed. And until next time, Cthulhu for Targan!